play and call it work.
Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to episode 6 of Blue Collar Heresy, our narrative role-playing campaign. I guess role-playing is always narrative, isn't it?
Nice.
Our role-playing, I don't know what to call it. Blue Collar Heresy. We're very excited because we have a bit of a recap to do. Dave, of course, had to bow out, as you saw. The last episode was a little short. I apologize for that. It's because we're a bit of an emergency. But Dave is back, and he needs to be filled in on what happened.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, so we're going to do the recap as well as talking about experience, upgrades, and all that kind of stuff. We're just going to jump right into it. So let's start with the experience, and then we'll get to the recap. So, Steve, what did Tanek get for his upgrades?
I gained the Psyker trait, so it got easy to upgrade my willpower, so I just dumped into willpower.
Okay, which is probably good for all the times.
I haven't made one willpower test this campaign.
And you're not. I don't think your character is even fully realize that he's become a Psyker. It's just you're afraid of fire, and so you're going to naturally, you're instinctively is going to be like, put it out, and that's when you'll actually cast the control flame.
I am also very cruel with a chest ear, so.
Oh yes.
Yes, you got the chest. The
You're
chest
cruel
ear.
to chest hair.
I'm very cruel now. I might be a little.
Oh yeah.
And I got that sweet chest ear. Were you here for the chest ear?
Oh, chest ear.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's not like chest hair, right?
I thought you said chest
No,
hair.
his chest ear does have hair.
Like hair out of your ear?
There's
like,
hair out of the chest ear.
There's probably hair.
But would that be ear hair or chest hair?
It would hurt more pulling out of the ear than like out of the.
Or maybe it would hurt it would be like the pain of pulling out of the ear plus the pain of pulling out of your chest.
Ooh, that's double. That's
It's
why
like,
I'm so.
ooh!
That's why I'm so cruel now.
Yeah, you're like, this sucks. I hate you all. I hate you all. I hate you all.
My ear hair is putting out the fires.
After a while, you just let it grow and you just braid it. You got like this braided ear hair out of your chest.
Gross.
All right, Josh, what did hold on, don't tell me. Why can't I remember your character's name? Don't tell me. It's Price, Festus, Cantos, Tanek, and Lured.
Yeah, Lured.
Thank you. I don't know why that just escaped my mind. After
upgrades
sixth episode, and I still...
Yeah, it's been a while. See, I wrote them down in the first episode. I think I'm the only one that did that, though.
Why can't you remember his name? I wonder why you can't remember his name.
Bearded Tanek.
Let's say it.
That's how it's going to go. For upgrades, I took a 3rd level in stealth, so I'm at plus 20 now.
Nice. And your agility is like 53?
53, yeah.
So with an unmodified stealth, it's 73.
Oh my
It's 73.
goodness.
Yeah. Nobody can see him anymore. He's going so fast that you can't quite see him. Your eyes don't have a high enough frame rate to register this guy.
It's going to blink in and out of the system.
Yeah. Whenever he stops for a millisecond is when you can see him just for a
Just
moment.
time to pick up the equipment and drop grenades.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a grenade drops.
And then I also purchased Catfall. So now
What is Catfall?
I take less damage.
I know you're picturing him catfall.
I know.
Sticks the landing.
I take less fall damage. So
If you fall, you take less fall damage.
right.
Yeah.
We haven't
So
been higher than a
parkour.
curb this whole thing.
You never know. Or you might get thrown up in the air by a psyker might throw you up in the air and you have some falling to do. You never know.
Just don't do it to yourself.
Have
That
it
hurts
twice.
It hurts more. Okay, and Festus, what did you take?
I took the quick draw talent that lets me pull out a weapon out of passive reaction.
So it's pistol or melee weapon for
Yeah.
free, not anything else.
Yeah, just the pistol. That's all I have.
That's all you got. So you can pull it out as a free action. You can draw your weapon. So you're just like, what's your close combat? Oh, it's your sword. You're just like,
My ancient katana.
your ancient relic blade.
that sword.
It's out so fast. It still has some of the blood. I don't know if that actually made him bleed.
I don't even know. It more
Just like blood trauma.
It's like a blunting force.
All right.
We can kill it.
This weapon.
Dave, what did Price get?
Price got somehow in amongst all of that chaos, he got a little bit more charismatic with people. Which actually means fellowship.
Oh, that's right. He's more charismatic
Yeah.
because his fellowship trait went up by 5.
It did.
So your fellowship is now 55.
It's almost like he kind of just
That's
magically
fine.
got some XP out of the air, and like he was able to increase it.
Yeah.
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 He went soul searching and became more humble.
And now you can go and join the Inquisition. Because you probably can talk the Inquisitor out of her own job.
He would probably accidentally do that. Just like
Yeah.
how we accidentally joined a gang.
Yeah.
How did we join that gang?
Still one of my favorite moments.
Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't even the intention. The intention was to stroke the guy's ego and be like, okay, you can pass.
We walked up them real smooth.
We are nearing the end of this campaign. I'm not going to tell you how many episodes are left because I don't want to break. Like I've told these guys what to expect, so they understand for filming purposes. But for the audience, I'm just going to tell you that we're nearing the end. So I'd love to hear your comments, your favorite parts of the whole campaign.
You forgot to check their call.
I know, we got our favorite parts, obviously.
They're right over there.
I don't know. We'll probably have a post campaign discussion as well, separate from this. It'll be kind of fun. Unfortunately, Cantos died,
What?
Died.
so he got
Again?
no
Again.
experience.
He exploded his body.
No, he
So
didn't
he
explode his body. Well, okay,
Oh,
you know
you-
what? Let's do a recap. So who wants to recap what happened last episode?
Okay.
And everybody can chip in,
All right. Yeah, I'll start.
especially for Dave because Dave wasn't there for the last part.
So we're in this hospital, right?
You arrive at the hospital
We arrive at the hospital with.
in a horror flick. That's always a good idea, right?
Yeah.
Where did you leave off? Where exactly did you leave?
You guys were fighting. Festus was trying to kill Cantos,
And he was.
and then he ran out of the room when all the psychic crap was going on, and then he had to leave.
Right, because we were trying to get out together.
We were pretty close to the
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dave and I were trying to get out.
And he
We're
got
gonna
out.
Open each other up.
Yeah, he
like
got out.
teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah. We arrive at the hospital with the Union, the Inquisition, or some sort of opposition, whatever's hunting us down, shows up, and I don't know. We kind of get a little sweaty. We get
In
a
your
little
mind,
scared.
it might not be the Inquisition; it's the opposition.
It's the opposition. It's, something that's whatever's against the Union. They've shown up. We wanted to leave. No, Lord left. And I'm like, you know what? That's not a terrible idea. Let's go get our weapons back. Or let's equip ourselves with something, because we literally had nothing.
You're forgetting like some of the best parts at the beginning.
I can't remember.
When you first got in the hospital, what happened?
Oh my gosh, that is correct.
What happened? Somebody else?
that was
Somebody want to recap it?
It was really dark.
Yeah,
terrible.
Kanto here murdered an orderly.
Yeah.
Looked at the murderer.
Yeah, he was there was an injection and his arm twitched because he had a nervous
I
Nervous
have a
tick?
tick.
he had the tick.
I had a tick. I'm dead.
Drew some
No,
blood,
get it back.
and he also had the was it a malediction? Or is
Yeah,
it
he has
mental disorder?
bloodlust.
Yeah, he's got bloodlust.
If somebody
so-
does damage to him, he has to try to kill them.
All right, and I eat thumbs off dead people.
Yes, you
Yeah.
do.
No, you,
That's
you
right.
bite thumbs up. You collect thumbs,
collect
and
thumbs.
the easiest way is just to bite the
That's
corpses.
that's what it is. Yeah, I
That's
collect
correct,
thumbs.
Yes. So we got all
I have
these
the thumb in my
disorders at the beginning of the
No, you
previous
tried, but you
episode, and someone drew blood from Kanto, and he insisted he wanted to take damage. He's like, "Please, my twitch comes in. She misses, and I take damage, and then I murder her with my mind." And then things start getting a little crazy. We're getting attacked on the other side.
Moral of the story
Price
is
here
4 out of the 5
insists on
people.
trying to bite the thumb off the dead orderly, which is pretty weird. Whatever. And the doctor says, "What are you doing? That's weird. Stop." And then you made a willpower test. Yeah, that is pretty weird. I will stop. So then,
Because I think during all of this, I managed to sneak off again.
yeah, you snuck
Because
off.
yeah, they took all of our weapons except
Yeah.
for I managed to sneak 2 grenades and 80
Yeah,
grams of
That's
heavy
right, you did.
The rat's gotta be this big.
the belt of ammunition.
It's
and
under your
2
coat.
grenades.
It's under your coat.
And then you snuck off. At that point, they were getting attacked, and you left.
Right.
And then I'm like, I'm gonna leave too. I followed Lord, and I think everyone kind of agreed to leave at the same time at that point. I can't really remember. At
Well,
some point-
these guys were tied down.
I was tied down, and
We left
all
him
of you,
on a leash
all
and
of you were
dragged
like,
him
"No,
along.
we're
Did
just
we
gonna
just
leave him
tied
tied up."
him?
You left him
gagged
tied up.
and tied him
Yeah,
up
you tied him up and brought him
right?
along.
And then
And
we
you
had to
untied
come
him.
across a security station.
Well, yeah, because I don't want people to die.
And then,
That's why we had him tied up.
I know.
and then once we
But
got to that,
I,
You want those
I like
things?
you all equally, though. I'm no respecter
I'm no respecter.
of persons.
and then we came across a security station, which then Price here convinced them he was an employee of the hospital, dressed up in a very tight hazmat suit for his body. And then he knocked on the window. He's like, "You gotta let us through. Contamination weapons, yeah." Then
No.
like,
It was the weapons are contaminated. We need to take them. Okay.
Here's the weapons.
Here's the weapons.
Yeah.
Great. Now we also need to go in there.
they closed the little latch. Like, knock, knock, knock. Oh, we need to get through
We
there.
need to go in there and find the brain trauma ward. Why? Because he has brain trauma. That guy we just gave the heavy stuffer to, he has brain trauma.
And then once you use your security card to get through, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. The guys are just
Oh,
like,
okay.
"All right, you know what? Go right ahead. All this sounds legit.
Yeah, sure, whatever. What And then we go in, and then we go to an elevator.
I was gone at this point already, though.
You were
Oh, you were.
not quite.
But
quite
before we tried to get back,
Yeah, because you
through
took off the other
security
way
office,
because you're like, I don't know.
I'm
how
like, we're not
gonna
gonna get through. We're not gonna get back through the security office.
did.
So let's go.
Oh yeah, you left. You went the other way. So that's when the party split, which is always great.
Yeah, it's fun. I love doing that.
Everyone minus the Lord got to the elevator. We went in the elevator, went up. I can't remember what level we went to. We went up a few levels.
Fourth level?
Maybe 4.
I don't think I ever specified the level. I said it was a few levels up.
Yeah, we went up a few levels. We went out, and then we were about. There was a sign. There was some direction. Brain trauma ward. This way.
Because that's what it's called, right?
Kanto.
All the
was
doctors
like,
right now are like, that's not what you call it.
Kanto was like, there's
walk out
something
the-
weird in that room over there. Let's go over there.
We walk out of there. Everyone's like,
all
"You're gonna
right.
go that way." I was like, "Hang on, guys. I agree with you.
I agree with
But we
you,
should check
but
out that door really quick."
I have a weird vibe about that door.
That's right. What was that door? I forget that.
Well,
one.
He
Before we
felt
get-
he felt
I was
something.
a tomb.
Before we
I
get
felt this weird thing about that door. I was like, we should go to
A
that
premonition.
door.
He had a premonition. about
That's
it.
the word. So I walk up, I'm like, this door's locked. And Steve goes, Taneka's like, I got this. And just stared at the lock and like broke it.
it wasn't even locked
Right.
the whole time.
No, it was locked. He just rolled like he rolled like a 1, and he needed like a 70 to 90, and he's like 1, and I'm like, that you just breathe on it, and the lock opens. Or you do like, have you ever seen like what's that old kung fu TV show?
Kung Fu.
The
was
legend
actually called-
continues.
I-
David Carradine.
There's the two guys, the father son.
Yeah, David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he opens locks just
It's a
like.
kung fu show. Kung fu.
It's actually
Yeah,
called
what's
kung.
his
Is it actually
thumb
called
on
kung
the
fu?
lock?
Yeah, because he opens locks just by sticking his thumb on it and going like that, and that's how he opens his locks with his kung fu powers. I was like, that's what he did. He just like looks at it, he's like, got it.
That'd be so brutal. That's so weird. Can you imagine acting that out? Being the actor.
Am I supposed to take this seriously? Anyway, so he unlocks the door. He unlocks the door with ease.
Okay, yeah,
We
so
had to
we unlocked the door. But before we go into that, we had Lured running. What were you running from?
Fine demons.
Yeah.
The little girl?
The little girl!
No, he actually followed her this time. She beckoned him, and he actually was like,
I
oh,
don't
all
know where
right.
else
Okay.
to go. Where
There's
it's
the
like
PGI
it's
world.
some weird like dream world thing going on, and then I ended up in the morgue, and I did
yeah.
valiant battle against an evil door.
He couldn't read the pull sign
Yeah.
because it was in low Gothic, and he speaks ultra low Gothic. What's your intelligence? Like 20? 21.
21,
Yeah, so
yeah.
he barely speaks low Gothic.
He was pushing on a pole.
Yeah.
He actually broke the door down.
yeah,
Yeah, and so I just
with
went
his
through the
really
door.
crappy strength, he just kept
made
rolling
the
really well.
27.
He kept rolling really well. I was like, all right, you broke the door.
Is that where it ended for Lured?
That's where, that's where he is. He
That's
basically
where
broke through the
your
door.
Yeah, I
story-
smashed through the door,
You
yeah.
struggled through the door.
Yeah,
And then
he won the encounter against the door. He unlocked the
Just turn
door.
around, look at it like, oh, that's embarrassing. Good thing no one saw it.
And then back to us. We got to the room. This question where we were covered in runes and candles and
No candles.
there was no candles. There was runes.
No, because he would be
everywhere.
afraid of.
Oh, that's true. No fire for him.
No, it was like just it was lit by like the glow globes
Okay,
and
just
the,
like
the
the-
regular
I
kind of.
think Dave
It was kind of spooky lighting, like some of them were
like
flicking, of
light,
course.
man.
All right, pay attention to the recap.
There was
This is the
uh,
part
You
that
were
you need-
there.
No, but Dave wasn't. He doesn't
Oh,
remember
he
this
was there.
part.
So,
He was there for that.
big room, lots of rooms, the dim, creepy lighting, kind of lower. And then there's a weird, awkward circle. I'm going to call it awkward. Pretty uncomfortable circle in the middle of the room.
What made it uncomfortable?
It was clean. It
I
was
stood
it was
in it.
clear, and the rest of the room was covered in stuff and
It
all
was
these.
a very clear, perfect circle. And then...
So I looked at it, I was like, I gotta
It was
go
like it was
get that.
clear, like there's a circle right there.
Well, it wasn't a circle. It was the center. It wasn't.
center,
It wasn't
okay.
actually a circle, but you guys wouldn't
There
recognize.
was
It was a center.
The center of the room was clear. Like
As-
the floor everywhere else had stuff written all over it. Like
Very-
there was all
very
intricate.
occult.
None of you really
Very occult.
recognized it. It seemed kind of spooky, but in the middle there was nothing.
It's like, this is the room,
And in the middle
like that.
there was that's the center.
Oh wow, that's
This is
the
very-
big
I
circle
would like to imagine
place.
it's bigger than that.
It's,
I know, I was
it's
expecting you
pretty
to draw
much
this big circle.
probably
of
about
it.
as big as this table,
Okay.
but it wasn't
Not
circular.
big enough for quick spot.
First instinct from Kanto was, I'm going to stand in that circle.
I gotta go stand there.
So he stood in
Well,
the
he
middle.
felt that's where he felt something the
He was
most.
drawn, he was
was
drawn.
drawn right
So
to that spot.
He walked right into the circle, stood there, and then I think something happened.
Yeah, he
was-
screamed.
he
and went
started
down to his
screaming in
knees and
agony,
held
yeah.
his head.
And went down on his knees.
Oh, I had the worst migraine.
And then...
The lights went out.
No, not yet.
That,
Not yet.
that happened next. Out of nowhere, Festus decided this was his opportune moment to end Kanto's life. A dream he's had for a long time, I suppose. It wasn't like up at the it was like an instinct that hit him. Like, this is the time. Now I gotta kill him now. you drew his katana and swung down on Kanto's neck. But it's not a sharp blade. It was a blunted attack. And if anything, it bruised his neck or jerked it in a way it was really uncomfortable. And then the lights went out. I swung and missed. And then Kanto unleashed his psychic powers and then killed himself.
Wait, I remember this. I was here for that.
When I killed myself?
You were here right up till you left, and we finished like 10 minutes later.
Yeah, because I remember him hacking your neck.
Yeah, he was hacking at my neck, and then I'm just like...
You basically left in the middle of
I
them
tried
fighting.
to stop him.
Yeah, and then you failed, and you ran out of the room.
Then we decided
And then
that we were
Tanek runs in the
getting
middle.
out of
Yeah,
Yeah, because you ran in the middle, you're like, no, this has to happen. Let this happen.
Let's work it out.
It was like everyone's underlying desire because they all watched it happen and they're like, I'm not going to stop them.
I mean,
Or they were all
okay with
just
it.
too shocked. They're just like,
I like
what?
my-
They're
I like
feeling
my
this
way
creepy,
better.
because you're all feeling the creepy feeling, but he's just feeling it very
I'm
strongly.
cruel now. I just wanted to see the blood.
Yeah, he enjoyed it. He pulled out the popcorn at this point. He's like, ha.
Don't make me eat your thumb.
Yeah. Well, if you see his dead body, you'll have to eat his thumb.
If? Is he not dead?
We just kind
If you see his dead body, you're outside of the room now. So basically, I'll finish
Oh,
the
that's
recap.
where it ended.
Yeah, you ran out of the room and because it went pitch black, except you could see the door, and that's when you took off. And you're like, I'm out of here. And the same thing with Tanek. And so you guys took off while these guys were still fighting. He was swinging at him in the room, and all of a sudden the lights came back on, and that's when he was like, ah! And he felt like this hit on him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it kind of backfired. Kantos flew into the air, crushed into the ceiling, and then landed on the ground dead, or at least presumably dead. And so, like it was like, boom! Like he should have flown up. I think it was 30 meters.
I went 14 meters.
14 meters.
Like the roof's only
But
4 meters high. I'm like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
hitting that with the impact.
Yeah,
of
so
traveling 10
there's
meters.
like he was supposed to fly up to here, but that's like just think about the power that would require to flick somebody up to this height, and instead he stopped here. So it's just like kunk, and that totally finished him off, and he landed on the ground.
Want to see a magic trick? I'm going to turn myself into a liquid.
Yeah. So you just hear all the bones crunching and then he falls on the ground. And at that moment, all of a sudden, that's when
I got a first
you
aid.
feel this huge pulse of energy just rush through the room, out of the room, and that's where we ended. Because you weren't
Is
here
your
for us to
med
keep
kit
going.
good enough to like
Bring somebody back from the dead.
change someone around?
I remember that
Got
too.
glue.
Okay,
You got
so
glue? All right.
Bucket.
we're just gonna jump right into it. So the two of you are outside of the room. You're in the room, and this huge pulse goes through. Where you are, you actually feel this wave of energy pass through you as well. I want everybody to take a willpower test, except you.
Am I out of the room? I don't remember.
Yeah, the
where I
two
am.
of you ran out of the room, but you're just right outside the room. So everybody take a willpower test, no modifiers.
How about plus 10?
If you, what?
I want. Phil.
Okay, everybody's going to gain corruption. You're going to gain D10 corruption.
Yes.
But if you
no.
failed the willpower test, you're doubling that.
All right.
Now, you are too far away to worry about it. You do feel the wave, but did you pass the willpower test?
Oh no.
No?
Is
Okay.
this 2d10 corruption or 1d10 times
1d10 times 2.
Okay.
So you're going to gain D5 corruption then, because you're pretty far away from it.
38 to 50.
Oh boy, this is going to take a while.
Oh my god. So bad.
I'm going to Quiznos. So you got to be
Dave?
a while.
Okay, so I passed it.
So you get D10 corruption then.
What is that?
Him
Is it a
too.
5 or a 9?
5.
Okay.
Okay, Steve, we'll start with you. Tanek, you went from what to what?
38 to 50.
Okay, so you went up 2 levels, and you actually have a check to see if... Oh, no, that's the insanity. I'm like, you already did your
How'd you crush
38 to 50. I know, you're fine.
No!
Oh, no, it's for every 10. We still have to do it. You have to test for malignancies.
What do you mean no?
I want to turn to respond.
That would be pretty powerful. That
Take a willpower
Would be
test.
powerful. Holy.
That's noted on the corruption track. Okay, yeah, so you're going to be doing 2 separate willpower tests, each at minus 10.
Okay. I failed by 2%.
Okay, you don't worry about... You want these malignancies.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so do it again. One more.
Oh,
You passed.
equal 5.
Okay, so you get another malignancy, so go ahead and give me a D100.
52.
52. Irrational nausea.
Oh.
The character feels sick at the sight, sound, or smell of something otherwise innocuous,
It's kind of like real life.
such as prayer,
That's
such as
funny.
prayer books or holy items.
Okay.
I'm gonna say holy items. Okay. So write down anytime you see a holy item or any symbol of purification, you are going to have to become nauseous.
Screw this purity seals all over the 40.
Basically, whenever you encounter that, you have to do a toughness test with minus 10 penalty. Oh, sorry, a toughness test or suffer minus 10 to all your tests as long as you remain in its presence.
That's it.
It's pretty brutal.
I would like to fate my past willpower.
Would you like another malignancy? What'd you roll?
43. I needed a 43.
You just
Yeah,
blew
sorry.
up fate on trying to get a malignancy.
No, it's fine. You're not going to blow a fate on that. All right. Did you gain corruption?
I did. I finally hit 10 corruption.
You just hit 10. Give me
Yeah.
a willpower test, no modifiers.
Pretty good too.
I passed.
Okay.
10.
Festus, did you gain? How much corruption did you gain?
13 to 17, I'm good.
Oh, jeez.
I know, I'm pretty
You refuse to be corrupted. You're like, I will not be corrupted.
Though insanity is getting up there.
Really? You at 41 yet?
No, I'm at 29.
I was doing 31 already.
You're at 41, 50?
I'm crazy.
Yeah, he's starting to
You're
show it.
going just off the
Price,
deep end.
what'd you go from to?
11 to 16.
Oh, jeez. You
roll a
uncorruptible
5.
Price.
Yeah, you rolled a 5.
All right.
There's never any
It's just you. You're going corrupted. You're going insane.
Yeah.
No, I'm way more insane than he is.
Only the insane have the strength to succeed.
I'm leaking into the floorboard.
That's right. You actually have a divination, don't you?
That was the character.
Oh, okay, not this one.
Yeah.
Because that's one where you get like an extra insanity point every
Yeah,
time.
every time you get insanity,
You get
+1.
+1. Okay. So you guys, we'll come to you in a second. Josh, we'll come to Lured's character in a second. So the three of you, the two of you are just outside the room. You feel this pass through you, and then it just kind of calms after that. And you're in the room, and you can feel it. You feel the same thing. You just kind of feel this bit of nausea hit you, and everybody feels it a bit, but
I
especially you don't feel anything. We'll get there.
Is it still pitch black around me?
No, it's lit.
Oh,
So
nice.
what do you want to do right now? So you're standing there. You saw him just fling into the air, crush, go down, huge wave of power go out, and you're hit by it, and you can just feel this change in you, and yet you seem to just like willpower it down, and nothing bad seemingly happens to you.
I look up at the ceiling and then I look at the ground. Do I notice anything?
You see him on the ground,
With parts from on the ceiling.
and
on the
on the
ceiling.
ceiling you see blood all over the ceiling, yeah.
Okay, good.
And you see him down. He's lying on the ground, bloodied, not breathing or anything like that.
So I walk up. I'll check his. I guess I wouldn't know how to check his.
What are you two gonna do while this is
I'm
happening?
coming back in the room.
So you come back in. So you look back in. You see him lying on the ground.
I see Pooey, Quirk.
My
and-
sword drawn.
Yeah,
Sword
his limbs are kind of in directions that there shouldn't
I
be.
never really believed the sword was like an amazing relic blade. Now I'm like,
Now you look at his
You're
corpse.
terrified. He's like whap into the ceiling.
It's like the bat from Super Smash Brothers.
All right, what about your character, Price? You see him walk back into the room. Do you peer into the room?
I'll walk back in the room towards
Okay.
him.
So you see him, and your initial instinct is that you think he's dead.
So I'm going to take him out of the room.
well, I have an interest
To
in
the
them
hallway.
together.
So you're gonna walk up to him and start dragging him out of the room.
Yes.
Do you want to try to
What are you
do you want to
You're
try to
making the
resist
$1
your
million man.
temptation to take his thumbs off?
Yeah.
You want to try to resist it?
I'll try to
So
resist
willpower
it.
test.
Oh no.
I resist it.
You resist it. Okay, so you're about to go over and take his thumbs off, and you really want to, but you're like, I just can't. You feel some sort of connection to him, actually.
Where are you bringing him?
Not in here.
You're dragging him out of the center?
And leave.
Yeah, I'm dragging his pile into the drive hallway.
Ew. Ew, no,
I
just,
suddenly, I
ew.
feel very uncomfortable.
You're
as,
welcome.
As you pull on his leg, it's hanging in the wrong direction. You kind of pull it back into its position where it's supposed to be, just naturally pulling on his legs, and you hear a really loud pop as you're pulling it over, and you're like, oh, what the heck happened? And the same thing with his arms. As you kind of pull him, his arms kind of go up, and
I'm gonna throw up.
and as you pull him to the door, there's a trail of blood behind him, but that trail becomes lighter and lighter and lighter as if the blood's running out. And
Then we got a mop.
I just sheathe my sword.
I want you to do-
watch
I
in
want you to do it-
amazement.
I'm still in awe of the warrior prowess.
I want you to do I want you to do a quick Medicaid test. No modifiers.
Oh yeah, I passed.
Okay. And so you're looking at him, and this is when you notice that the limbs aren't just being pushed into position, but you can actually
We're
see.
getting pulled back in.
Yeah, like he's almost like he's resetting his bones very, very, very roughly.
Now I'm in awe of your medical prowess.
You're like, why am I even here? And as you pull him, that's when you all of a sudden hear him gasp for breath.
I knew it! I knew it! He'd come back to life!
And now at this point, you feel this weird connection towards him. Like I don't know if you're in awe of him,
Oh, my brother.
but you feel like, yeah, my plan worked. I knew, and I knew
saved
that
him?
I knew I could save him.
That's
That's going on in your head right now.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
trying to manufacture the camaraderie.
I felt bad after killing him. I did. I do.
You mean like 5 seconds ago when you killed him?
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
this is like a minute has passed.
I look at his lifeless corpse. I put my blade away. I feel this deep regret.
I was getting overpowered by so much pride.
And then I see him being put together. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I knew it would work. I knew he would come back.
All right, and so he groans as you pull him out of the room.
Wow.
Is he like Inspector Gadget? How did you just go back together?
Do you want to inspect him medically?
Yeah, I'm gonna check what's going on. I'm taking
All right,
some-
Inspect me.
so you go and
Yeah.
you're okay. Do another medical test. No modifiers.
I passed by 6 degrees of success.
Okay, so you spend a couple minutes as he's regaining consciousness, as you're poking and prodding around all the places where there should be severed limbs or broken bones, or concussions or things like that, and there's nothing. All you can find is like there was one part where you could see that a bone had ripped out, but it's not anymore.
back in?
No, you see where it was or should have been. Like you saw his leg, the way it was pointed, and there was a bone sticking out. And yet by the time he pulled it out, where that bone was sticking out, it's all healed. There's a lot of scar tissue there, but it's all healed. And the crunch, the back of his skull that was collapsed from hitting the ceiling so hard is no longer collapsed. There's blood, like his hair is stained.
I don't have hair.
Yeah, he's bald.
His head is stained with blood. Do you have a beard?
No, I'm hairless.
Oh, your hair! You burned all the hair off. Yeah, so the back of his head is all like covered in
Shiny
dry
chrome.
blood. But even when you look at the blood, it looks like blood that's been dry for hours. Like he's just healed.
This happened to you before. It's happening again.
This is what it was like when I fought that weird muty goo.
a pile of stuff. Lump of stuff.
Lump of stuff.
Lump of
Lump
stuff.
of stuff.
What happened? What's happening now?
I don't know. So, does it match my weird ripped in half scar?
Well, it's scar. It's scar tissue.
Just scar tissue.
It's like he suffered a horrible injury. It was treated a long time ago, and you're looking at the result of a year's worth of healing.
I'm gonna punch him in the mouth.
Like if your medical
I'll see if his
experience.
jaw heals.
Really? You want to punch the guy with
No,
bloodlust in the
no,
mouth?
no,
Let's
no,
do this.
no,
right here, go for it.
So you do stir to consciousness as he's poking and prodding you. It kind of tickles a bit as he pokes your stomach.
Like, is his
Not that.
body got enough blood even though there's like 14 gallons on the floor?
There should be.
Okay. I'm gonna give him a treatment. I still got a treatment. I'm just stick it in him.
Okay, while he's still regaining consciousness. All right, so you just stick.
immortal.
I don't know. I don't know. I got a drug him.
Okay, you go ahead to try to put the needle in his skin,
Yeah.
and as you approach his skin, it goes in, and you give the treatment.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I got really excited. I was like, oh, what do I do next? What do I unconsciously do next?
And his skin is no.
No, I'm not gonna do treatment.
You're not gonna give him treatment.
No.
Okay.
I have no idea why what's is happening. He's a wizard of surgery, and I'm still in awe of the soldier over here.
Yeah, it obviously makes no sense.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like even if he was, even if he was good at surgery.
I'm a little concerned that his body went back together. Can I examine the runes? Do I understand the runes at all?
You can do a forbidden lore.
'Cause I
You
got
have the
recent
warp, right?
roll, Yeah.
Yeah, it's not exactly the right one, so we'll just make it a challenging or difficult minus 10 by a lot. By how many? Minus. I'm gonna give you a minus. No, you know what? I'm gonna give you minus 20. How many
minus
degrees?
20,
How many
then?
degrees of success do you get?
I failed then, because this is not going to. Yeah, I failed.
Failed by 2.
Oh, you
One.
failed by 2. Failed by 1. Okay, so you look at them and they seem familiar. They do have a sense of the occult, but nothing comes to your mind exactly from all your studies of exactly what they are. But when you look at them, you're like, this does seem related to occult kind of stuff.
So do you know why we came in this room?
So he's stirred to consciousness now, and he's just starting to gain.
What the heck happened? I want to stab him.
Can we just kill him?
The answer is no.
They play some anesthesia.
Maybe we just kill him. It'll take until next
Calm
session.
down! You just got over
It'll
that.
take
You
until
just
next
got
session for him to come back to life. We'll be without him.
How are you alive?
I don't know.
Is there? I'm seeing
honestly-
nothing more on his body. Just scar tissue, and the guy's fine.
Everywhere that, yeah, it's a lot. Like his body was put through a meat grinder, and then actually healed. Like there's scars everywhere. There's dried blood everywhere. But
I look like Deadpool.
But oh, you got the boils and lesions on you from the disease as well. Like he looks awful.
He definitely looks like that.
But he's stirring to consciousness, and his pulse is fine, his breathing is fine. Like like if you didn't know better,
twice.
you would think nothing had happened to this guy.
Twice he's come back.
recently.
Like, I've seen him die twice.
What did you? Like, I'm staring at Festus. Like, what did you do to him?
It was dark. I swung at him. I swung in the darkness. The lights came. I heard a crash, bang, and a boom. Lights came back on, and he was a lifeless corpse on the ground.
Hey Festus, can we just agree to not attack each other for a little while?
It was-
that hurt.
You were in agonizing pain
And your thought was, let's just decapitate him.
because I knew you'd come back.
You didn't know. You hoped. You hoped.
I seen it happen before.
You did not see it happen before.
I seen you,
You
struck
assume.
down. I seen you struck
You
down,
assume.
and I seen you come back.
Do you guys have any food?
Oh man.
You are running low. You got some hospital rations, which are even worse somehow than your greasy, horrible rations.
I guess yeah, hospital food's not the best. I know. I always like the hospital pudding.
Yes, you go back out.
This is me though.
That's not roleplay.
Festus just like the hospital food for some reason.
That one is Luca though. That's out of care. I like hospital pudding. Anyways.
Hospital pudding.
Yeah, you know, like putting it on a hospital food plate. You can pudding.
I guess we'll just head back over to the brain trauma ward.
I'm uncomfortable in this room.
Confused and uncomfortable.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Okay, I want Bryce standing in between you and I. 'cause
I have
don't
no rage
won't be
towards
hard.
you.
Okay,
I have no rage.
just don't. You killed me or tried to. Stop it.
It's for the
You
greater
didn't
good.
kill him.
For the greater good.
I didn't see it, but I'm confident.
It was for the
Was
greater
that him that killed you? Because that's an incredible swing.
He
if
hit
killed
me
you.
with the magical sword.
magic. Yep, it's trending. The magical sword.
I've never
It,
seen a sword do
retains
that.
the strength.
Everybody
of
gains fear.
The magical sword.
Relic katana.
That's fair.
Whenever he pulls it out, you gotta take a willpower test or soil yourself.
you imagine the glow as it comes out of its skin. I hate it.
It retains the strength of its previous owner, Gulliman. So when he hit me, I got hit by like the strength of Gulliman. So
Splat. It was a Primarch's blade. Remember given to the great 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 grandmother for services rendered?
not like that.
Oh.
I'm so confused.
Okay, so we're gonna switch. We got two parties going on right here.
Yeah.
Party of 1 and a party of 4. So we're gonna switch. So you guys just be quiet for a second. You can just enjoy what happens next. So you just bust through the door, and you look back and you see it swing the opposite way. When it dawns on you that you could have just pulled to open it, and that's what the problem was. But you know, you were such a heightened sense of fear that you just didn't know what was going
It
on.
was stuck. It was definitely stuck. That was the problem.
Yeah, that was the problem. And then you felt that wave go through you, and you just you felt a little bit of queasiness to your stomach, but then it passed, and you're back in a hallway again. And you can hear Lillian behind you, just laughing away and playing with something. You're not quite sure. If you want to look back and
Nope.
investigate, you can. No.
Nope, that's okay.
Okay, and so you can hear that behind it, and so in front of you is just a hallway.
So it's just like a.
You can just
empty
go straight.
hallway.
Yeah, straight. You can go straight down this hallway. You
Yep.
can go back in the morgue.
I'm gonna force. No, I'm not gonna go back in the morgue.
No.
I ripped the door apart to get out.
You're like, nope. Oh, I got through. Yeah, I'll go
Yep,
back.
So I'm just gonna force cut my way down that hallway.
It was running.
So you start running.
Batman.
And you come around a corner, and the lights are flickering a bit, but at least this hallway seems a little better lit. There's some doors, and at the end of the hallway, you can see what looks like a very ornate door, like a door to a very important room. And in front of it are actually there's two guards standing there, both of them holding auto guns and seem to be in flak armor. Now between you and them, there's all sorts of equipment in the hallway as well.
Okay, now do I recognize the uniforms here? Like, is it like the hospital?
The hospital uniforms,
Okay.
yeah. So they have the insignia of the hospital.
Okay, so they like spotted me yet then,
They're
or
hospital
You're
soldiers?
They're hospital soldiers. Yeah, they're
They're
security.
security.
They're security for the hospital.
With
This is
the
41st
rifles.
millennium. You need security everywhere, and they need to be carrying like the strongest weapons possible. They have not. You've just noticed them, so you got a couple seconds to decide what you want to do. Otherwise, they probably will spot you standing in the middle of the hallway.
okay, there's somewhere like I can duck into then.
Yeah, well, like I said, there's equipment everywhere. There's
just
a
gonna
there's a
dive
rack
behind
there's a
behind
rack of rations right there, and there's another like one of those things that's full of like the hospital towels and sheets. So, what do you want to just hide behind one of those?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hide behind one of those.
All right,
now.
give me an agility test. A stealth test.
Yep.
No modifiers.
Say Clark, where's he do it?
I rolled 100 now.
He rolled 100.
You rolled 100.
I'm gonna fate point that.
You are gonna fate that? All
You
right.
didn't say parkour when you did.
Actually, yeah. You know what? No. Let's keep the story going. I won't.
You're not gonna
I'll
fate
keep
it?
the 100.
Okay.
Use the.
So you go to hide behind the tub full of sheets, and you trip and you fall into the tub full of sheets. They're dirty sheets, by the way. They've been used in this plague-filled hospital.
Plague sheets.
you look around, you can see how dirty they are. They're not white sheets. Maybe they used to be, but you're not quite sure anymore. Some of them have like streaks of brown and red,
no.
and others have like pools of green.
Let him fate point it.
and some of them are quite wet, not because they've just been washed, but because they have yet to be washed.
Now, do I think that I did a good job of hiding?
Oh no, you
Oh, I know
tripped.
that I did a bad job?
You tripped and you fell and you just landed in it, and the whole thing just kind of wheels like 3 feet. You're like, "Ugh."
That's terribly embarrassing.
Maybe I should have fate pointed that.
And you're just lying in the stuff, and you're just like, oh, that's gross. So I want you to gain 1 corruption.
Nope.
Nice.
Okay, but I get -1 corruption.
All right, so you don't gain any corruption.
Thought begets heresy. I'm too dumb to really know what's going on.
You're just like, ew.
Ew, that's probably gross. It's okay, everything's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna.
So you're just lying there. You're like, okay, yeah, there's no way they did not hear that.
Yeah, right?
You're sitting there for a few seconds, and yet you don't hear any commotion.
Pumping, bro.
There's no. I'm thinking about it already. So there's no. Okay, so I'm gonna hang tight, and there seems to be no commotion.
Yeah, you're just lying there.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to peek my head up and over.
It's just. You guys didn't see this, right?
So you peek your head up and over, and at the end of the hallway, you just feel like your guards saying it now. Go at the end of the
We gotta
hallway.
escape from the mental ward.
At the end of the hallway, there's the 2 security guards, and they're standing there, and in front of them, there's a little girl.
Oh no.
And you can't hear, you're probably about 30 feet away, so you can't quite hear what's going on, but they're distracted, and they're looking down at her, and she seems to be talking to them. You think? You're not quite sure. You can see her hands moving around and stuff, and they're just kind of looking at her just blankly.
I'm actually in front of me now, though. Okay, I'm gonna get out of. Try to get out of the laundry bin.
Okay, give me an agility test with +10.
Yeah, I'm fine on that
All
one.
right, so you step out of the laundry bin.
Parkour.
Parkour. As you get out,
Floated out of it before roll.
you're like, woo, boom, and you do a cartwheel, and you like, I don't know, you go up through the ceiling or something, and then you land on your feet, brush off a bit of the goop and
Yep.
blood, somebody else's blood and goop, probably, it's probably poop. It's probably poop.
Thought begets heresy.
There-
Don't notice it. That's probably not poop.
That's just some other brown chunky substance.
You know what? I've come this far. Let's go. I'm walking down the hallway.
Excuse me. I just choked in my water. I wasn't even laughing. So many other times that I actually choked in my water would have made sense, and that time I just did it by accident. Excuse me. So you're just walking down the hallway towards them?
I'm trying to walk with haste here.
So you're just walking with haste towards them?
I'm trying to figure out my plan. I'll figure out my plan when I get there.
You got like 5 seconds before you're there because you're fast. So
Yep.
you walking with haste is like
Might be a
him sprinting his guts out, and be like for a few seconds before he like runs out of steam.
Okay, so I'm gonna get there and just I'm gonna say to the guards,
Okay,
like they're right behind us. We gotta get out of here.
they're just staring blankly,
Oh, you.
and you realize it's
You
Lilium
done moved.
because they're staring blankly at Lilium, and then Lilium's like turns around and goes,
Do you have a relic
"Hi,
sword?
Mister."
Hello, freaky little girl.
And she turns around. You want to meet my new friends? We're gonna go play. And then she goes skipping down the hallway. And then the 2 guards turn and just walk and follow her.
It's freaky.
Did you wet yourself?
I might have.
Oh man.
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna join this happy little parade. Can I get one of the autoguns off the guard?
No, they've headed off the other thing. And she turns around and she goes, "You might want to go in that room." And she skips away. So do you follow her or do you try to go in the room?
I'll go in the room.
Go in the room? All right,
Push
so
the door.
yeah, so you go to use the door.
I'll take my time with the door.
Yeah. You turn the handle. It's not locked, which seems odd because you can see
This
there's
is a big, crazy, like ornate kind of door.
Yeah. You can see because you can see like the security panel right beside it, and there's 2 guards there, and yet
Okay.
this thing is not locked, which is really strange.
Okay, well, before I go in, I'm gonna draw my last pistol.
Good idea. You draw your last pistol, and you open the door. It opens out. Luckily,
Yep, okay.
that's your first impression is always to push. So
Didn't have to murder this
that's
door.
Yeah, you didn't have to
Yep.
murder the door. It looks like it'd be harder to murder anyways. It's very ornate, so it's probably stronger. You open it up, and it opens up into an office. And it's a very ornate office. And that's when you kind of stop for a second and you realize that on the door it said Administratum. So, some like
Somebody important.
somebody important, a person, and like you have no idea where you are in the hospital, so you don't know exactly how this all laid out. And you look in, and it's very ornate. There's a big ornate desk made of some sort of really nice marble, and there's like some of the Vox equipment on it, and you can see like a serval skull just sitting on there, not currently active. And you look around, and you can see couches and chairs. Like these chairs are very Gothic-looking chairs. They've got arches, and they're very well cushioned. And there's nice carpeting with all sorts of nice-looking patterns. It's a very comfortable-looking room. And you can see pictures in the back, and one of the pictures right behind the desk is this huge picture of a man standing like this, and you recognize it. It's a very, very big man, and you recognize him as the administrator that you met earlier, if you can remember his name. Do you remember his name?
I don't remember his name. I didn't write that down.
Do an intelligence test.
Oh no. No, I passed. Or no, I failed.
Yeah, you can't remember his name. And you don't think to look on the door panel, because that's actually where it says his name, but you didn't read it. And so as you walk in, it's just a very comfortable room, and you can smell like incense, like something that they're just burning. It's actually a very strong smell of incense, like they've been burning a lot of it. Maybe he used the bathroom recently and he just had to light a few matches. Not quite sure. At the very back of the room, you can see another door that leads out. You're not quite sure where. So you just enter this room. And as you walk in, all of a sudden you hear motion to your right. And as you turn, you can see this huge combat servitor up against the wall with this huge heavy stubber attached to it.
Oh no.
And it turns, and then just kind of shuts down. Doesn't seem to react to your presence besides just quickly checking you and then shutting down.
Well, that's lucky.
Realizing there's nothing.
Okay, can I like search the room a little bit and try to figure out like if there's anything worthwhile?
Yeah,
in
so
here?
you're gonna do an actively searching around for a few minutes. So we're gonna do an awareness test. We'll give it a +20 because you're actively doing it.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's passed.
How many degrees of success?
That's a grand total of what, 4?
4?
Yeah.
Okay, so you search the room, and that's when you find the nameplate for Helix Rosa, and you're like,
There we go.
that's what his name was. And in here, like you start searching around, and it seems, at first glance, as you start searching, it seems just like a normal kind of hospital administrator's
Okay.
office. Like it's got data slates on them that when you open them up, you can see there's just reports on patients and reports on supplies and things that you need. Like just the mundane running around of somebody running a hospital. But then as you're searching through the desk, as you're opening one of the drawers, you notice a false back to one of the drawers. And so when you open that false back and you find another stack of data slates, as well as some weird, curious objects that you don't really recognize. And so you can pull those out, and as you examine them, you realize the data slates are not hospital business. And so, do you want to start reading
Yeah,
through
I'll
those?
start reading.
Okay.
I'm in a comfy room.
Yeah, so you just sit down in this chair.
I was gonna say I'll make sure the door's closed, and I'll kind of I'll just go sit and put my feet up.
And you're just reading through his data slates.
Relax and see what's going on.
Yeah, you're not worried, right?
No.
You're not worried. Yeah, after all this trauma, you're just like, I deserve this. I deserve
You know
this.
what?
I deserve this. Okay.
Everything is fine.
Everything is fine. Okay, so as you read through it, you discover a lot of really interesting information, which I'm not going to say out loud.
Okay.
We're going to let you, at some point, if you want to share that with everybody else, I'm going to write down a few things.
And I'm swift enough to like process this information and know the
It's pretty
relevance of
obvious.
it? Okay.
It's pretty obvious, some of the stuff. Okay, so now we're going to exit from Luard's character as he's comfortably sitting in there. Oh, and you notice a nice little bottle of Amasec.
Yep.
Nice.
Pop it open. It's a
That'll
good vintage.
I deserve this. I've earned this.
And you even notice as you're going through the drawers and you're reading the data slate, you find like some cupcakes,
Okay.
space cupcakes.
Space cupcakes.
Yeah, and they're
I joined the wrong team.
they're chocolate.
I've made all the right decisions
Yeah,
here.
there's you find other like really yummy food in there.
I don't know, that little tiny demon.
So you're just sitting there drinking some Amasec, reading through this
Yeah,
data.
I'm just gonna pay for myself.
Yeah, and it's enjoying all this going. As you read more and more, your eyes open, your eyes grow bigger and bigger. Although you're not super intelligent, so as much as you understand everything you're reading, you might not just quite understand the full import of exactly what it is that you're just going through. You're just
I
like,
think
whoa.
I understand.
You're like,
so
whoa,
it's okay.
whoa. Whoa.
Man.
The food just seems to appease you so much that you just can't help but be there very comfortably. You feel maybe a little more comfortable than you should.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense for the character.
Are we almost at lunch yet?
Are you hungry now? I'm sorry. You want cupcakes and some Amasec?
Lunch.
I'm curious what Amasec tastes like.
I think it's just an alcoholic beverage. It always comes across to me as being like a wine-like kind of
Generic.
It's just space scotch.
thing. Yeah, it's scotch. Like yeah,
Space scotch would be nice.
they don't
Space
ever.
whiskey.
I don't. In every book I've read so far, they
There's not
just
a space
they just
hop
talk about it.
too.
It can get you drunk.
Yeah.
They don't really talk about what it is, and they talk about how there's good Amasec and bad Amasec, and so that could be anything. It could be beer, it could be wine. I don't know. It's alcoholic. It's an alcoholic beverage, space alcohol.
Space booze.
It's fermented from space hops.
Space hops.
Oh man, space hops probably taste delicious though.
Because they're grown in
Because
they're grown in zero gravity. So that makes it better.
Yeah.
Fermented.
I did a zero gravity cow.
You what? Say that again.
I would eat a cow pastured in zero gravity.
So it'd just be like it'd just be like a spear.
Oh,
It doesn't know to grow this way. It just grows this way. That's okay.
It would have no muscle.
Yeah, you're right. Would that make it yummier?
No,
It'd be all fat.
Well,
Yeah,
it'd
that
really
is
good.
delicious.
be like veal.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Maybe one day they'll experiment with trying to raise cattle in zero gravity. I don't know why they would though, because the planet has plenty of space to, you don't build an entire space station just to raise
space
cows.
grass.
Space grass.
Oh,
yeah.
I think it's
Going to the space McDonald's.
Well, I know plants have a hard time because plants actually respond to gravity and grow opposite to it. So if you're growing grass out in space, you got to have it in a centrifuge. So that kind of defeats the purpose. I don't know why we're talking about this.
Yeah.
Let's go back to you guys.
All right.
Okay, you're out in the hallway.
Oh yeah. All I know is I left the room. Did anyone follow me?
Oh yeah, we're heading back over.
I closed
to,
the door.
So you're heading towards the brain trauma room
Yep,
or brain
brain
trauma
trauma
ward.
The whole ward.
Yeah, and you pass the sign again, and it says it's down this way. It says follow the blue line on the ground, and you can see a blue line, a red line, and a green line. The green line goes down the hallway. The red and the blue line go the same way.
I'm curious to follow the red line.
I'm following.
Why did I tell you about the red line? Hey, you notice a mote of dust. I will follow that mote of dust.
I know.
It's like any detail I give you, you must. Except the important ones. You don't
I'm
follow
going
those
out the
ones.
front door because I'm just done.
I follow the blue line.
I don't think we have to establish it. You're going towards the brain trauma ward. You don't
Trauma war.
unless something happens, you don't have to tell me that you're following the blue
Last time
line.
we took a detour, you killed me. So
That was your decision though.
So you're following the blue line down the hallway. It's for a few minutes because it's a big hallway, big long hospital, and you notice that you get to a hallway where the red line goes off to the left.
oh no.
You said you don't want us to follow the. All right. All right.
So you need a willpower check?
No, 51. I'm going to the red line. 51. Up is good. I'm going red. Under 50, I'm going blue. I'm going red.
Where are you going?
I'm going red.
He's just really curious where the red line goes.
I'm going to the red line.
So as you turn the corner to go to the red line, you look down the hallway and you immediately notice something very familiar.
Dead end.
No. About 20 feet away, there is something in the middle of the hallway.
Oh no.
And all four of you, right now, quickly take a willpower test
Oh, yeah.
at -10.
Fail.
Oh, I failed.
Tell me how many
passed.
degrees of failure you got.
I passed.
3.
Okay, so we're going to the shock table. You notice a lump of stuff on the ground.
Nope.
Red line always.
I hate you, Luca. I didn't go down the red line.
He didn't go. He just turned. He looked
You looked down the red line.
because he looked, and then all of a sudden, your attention is drawn there too. How many degrees of failure? Okay, so basically, if you failed, you need to do a D100 plus 10 for every degree of failure after the first. So you did 3 degrees of failure, it's plus 20. So if you fail, just roll a D100 and add that. And tell me what you got, Steve.
No, that was an 8 before you failed.
Oh, and you got. Oh, and also, did you get 3 degrees of failure?
Yes.
So D5 insanity points.
So I got a 118 on the D100
Okay.
and a 3 insanity. Not enough for a.
Yeah, sorry, you don't actually have to do the shock test
Oh,
because we're not in combat yet. So it's just the insanity. How many degrees of failure did you do?
3.
So that's D5 insanity.
And that's yep. I'm over the. Oh jeez. Yep, I'm at.
What'd you go
29 to 34.
Okay, let's do a quick insanity test. To 34, so we're not quite yet disturbed. You're still unsettled, so give me a willpower plus 10.
All right. Oh. Oh, plus 10. Okay, so I only failed by 6 degrees.
Give me a D100 plus 50, please.
Sorry, 7 degrees, so plus 60. It was
So
7
plus
degrees.
60, yeah. D100 plus 60.
Okay, 104.
100
84, sorry.
84. Okay, you're back to being constantly fearful, seeing danger everywhere, and are extremely jumpy. You get plus 10 willpower and plus 10 perception and minus 10 willpower for the next 5 days.
No! It took so long to get rid of the first one! Hate
place-
this one!
Just messing with you. All right, so yeah, you're going to be extra jumpy. Dave, did you pass your willpower test?
I buckle
2
and run.
degrees I passed.
Did you pass your willpower test?
did.
Okay. So you guys don't seem to react to it. So you see this lump of stuff, and it's the moment you notice it, it starts to rise up again.
I buckle and run.
I've seen this type of thing before.
Cantos, you're some sort of super soldier. Go.
Nope! Sacrifice yourself!
Let's just draw that blade.
No, I'm running. I'm gone.
Blue line.
So he's blue line.
I'm following
Blue
the
line.
blade. I am following that relic sword.
Yeah, because it's the
line.
super powerful relic blade, right?
I'm ready.
Are you running?
As fast as I can.
Running. Blue line.
You're running.
Let's go.
Blue line.
I'm out.
And you're going to. What's all your agility or agility bonuses? Your two,
3.
3. Okay, so you're all about the same pace. So you're all kind of keeping up. Festus started first, and he's the fastest. So he's like, you're like, and he's gaining away from you guys, leaving you behind. He's just going blue line, blue line, blue line. And now there's
In a hospital,
and you
there's
notice you
lump
pass
of
the
stuff.
hallway where a yellow line joins you. So now you're following a blue and a yellow line, and you're
Oh,
and you're just going
split
along.
up.
And looking back, sure enough, you see this big lump of stuff just go boom, 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 and just crash into the wall. And it's just coming towards you with 3 huge eyes. And it looks like the old one, but it's really hard to tell. You know, maybe it's just another lump of stuff for all you know. And it's just roaring as it comes down the hallway after you. And so you're following the blue and the yellow line. And the yellow line turns and ends at a door. And the blue line just keeps going down the hallway.
Blue line.
Do you want to keep following the blue line, or do you want to
Same thing.
turn and try to go through the door?
Up is the yellow line. No, we're going blue line.
Blue line.
We're going blue line.
Blue line? Okay, so you keep going down the blue line until the yellow line had ended. And you pass another hallway and a purple line joins you. Do you want to head down towards the purple line?
now you're
Matt,
just
no.
being cruel.
You're just I'm doing it every time. Up is purple line. Yeah, we're going purple line now.
All right, so you turn left, you head down the purple line, and you come to a dead end and at a door.
I hope I won't.
Still following the
At
blue
a
line.
door?
Yes,
I'll try to open the door.
it's locked.
I
These guys turn the corner and you see
No, I'm sticking with the power, the relic
Yes.
blade.
Okay, so you turn and you follow the purple as
Blue
well.
line.
open the door!
I'm gonna open the door.
So you're not going to follow them?
No, blue line. Blue line for days. Why?
I'm going with
So you're going to go off by yourself.
Why? He's gonna get
You don't
mauled
have
by
a
the
beat.
chaos spawn lump of stuff. He's gonna come back to life. It's fine.
Just spend the rest of forever just like.
It's just the chaos spawn just sits
All
there
right,
waiting for you to
so you
respawn.
come to the door, it's locked.
I'm gonna stare at the lock.
So you stare at it. That's going to be difficult because you're under pressure. So
Yeah.
minus 10 to your whatever.
You got a 1.
Wow.
You're the
Okay.
one.
Wow.
Doors blew open.
You go over, you're like, you see him as you're running. He pulls out his combi tool and he like flips it open like a switchblade.
Exploded.
He's like, and as he just reaches the door, he just goes, and the lock just immediately opens up. And
I
he's-
rush in.
And you got the 3 of you rush through the room. The first thing you notice is this huge waft of,
Two lumps of stuff.
of incense
Well,
as you enter a
nice.
very ornate room.
Sick. I
And-
close the door.
And as the 3 of you go in, you close the door and you turn around.
I lock.
And you're in a very nice room, plush. And they're right in front of you, with their back to you, is somebody leaning back with their feet up on a desk. This really marble desk, just chugging away at some Amasek. And reading some
Word! Ah!
And that's when you see it.
There's another lump of stuff.
Oh, hey guys.
We gotta go. We gotta
Lump of stuff.
go. Lump of stuff behind us.
Okay, let's go. Yep.
All right, so you get up.
Yep.
So where are you going?
Okay.
There's only 2 doors. There's the back door that they just came through, and the ornate door that you came
Okay,
through.
we're going through the ornate door.
Ornate door.
Like, is the lump of stuff banging on the door?
No, not yet.
I guess we could wait. No, I want to keep. I hate this stupid paranoia. I hide under the desk.
Cantle's not with us. Do you care?
No. I'm just gonna
is
say,
what you
like,
Everybody's a jerk.
This is what you get.
guys, I think I know a way to go.
I hope
So I'm gonna
you-
gather. I'm gonna just Jimmy Buffett grab the bottle of Amasek and bring it with me.
Jimmy
Okay,
Buffett.
we're gonna go this way.
All right.
So back out the ornate
Back
door.
out the ornate door.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell before I go out the door, like, the combat servitor, activate! Go!
Hey,
Does it actually work?
Can you make this thing work? Oh, in our
Yeah,
favor?
that doesn't do anything.
I'm gone then.
So you go to the door.
Yep.
The door is locked.
Oh no.
Unlock it!
Where's it go?
Hey, make this thing work!
What thing?
Is it not there?
Yeah, there's a combat servitor.
Yeah, make
sitting
this
there.
thing work!
Maybe we
Oh,
can.
okay, I'm
We
gonna-
can fight them
No.
up. No.
Yeah.
Maybe through the door. I'm gonna try.
What through the door? What through the door?
I'm gonna put down my bottle of booze and try to open the door.
It's locked.
But then, can somebody open the door?
I'm torn. I really want to help none of you.
Massive protection or do something you know you're gonna do anyway.
What do you want to do, Luca? Make your vote and get up in front of that desk.
Combat.
Does it look like the door can get blown open by a grenade?
It's pretty thick. You don't know.
2 grenades?
Hey, if that lumpy stuff doesn't know where we are, the lumpy
Grenades
stuff
aren't really a
doesn't know
direct
where we
I'm
are.
explosion.
working on the combat server.
So you're quickly running over it, and all this stress. You're like, maybe if I turn this thing on, it can protect us,
Oh,
or
jeez,
maybe
Louise.
kill us.
Not the way you worded.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I'm
don't like this.
Tenek I will make this thing my puppet.
All right.
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna-
hide.
So you're gonna hack
Nope.
into a combat servitor. So
Yeah.
this will be a tech use.
Yep.
It's difficult though, -10.
Roll a 6.
6.
Oh.
0-6.
Yeah.
How
Wow.
many degrees of success would that be?
Because of this guy,
Because your little
7
skull's
degrees
floating
of
around, it
success,
comes over and
yes.
it's like, no sir, don't do that, do this. You're like, oh right.
7 degrees of success.
7 degrees of success. So you
I'm
you
putting
definitely
strings on the thing.
yeah you're about to puppet the whole thing. You're like hee hee hee. So you quickly hack into it
Like
and
no wheels in the ride.
you remember as you're hacking into it, you're like, yes, I remember reading the manual, the instruction manual for the combat server that I found in the junk.
Yeah.
Because you have one of those data pads, right? And you're just like, oh yeah, if you just connect these parts right here and boom, it takes them like 15 seconds and you've hacked into it. Still nothing at the door, by the way. There's still nothing.
Oh, it's
slamming on the door.
chasing me. I'm gonna die again.
Yeah. All right. So and you hack right into it, and now we're gonna just pause, and we're gonna come over to you. So you're.
I'm just. How close? How far am I from the ward?
I want you to do. We're gonna do a bit of a chase.
Yes,
you do an agility
to your
test.
sister.
Oh no! He's gonna die to role playing.
All right, what am I
I
doing?
like the chase.
Agility test.
Oh, come on. Holy cow, I passed by 1.
Whoa, he did too.
I needed a 20, I rolled a 19.
Jeez. So that's 2 degrees of success. Technically.
Yeah.
All right. So
He's not gonna
you
fall
round a
under
corner,
laundry.
and you just kind of like push some stuff aside. And then the big thing comes just a few seconds behind you. It's starting to catch up to you.
Yep.
Just a few seconds behind you, it just crashes into the few things that you were pushing aside. And you just keep huffing it down the hallway. Still following the blue line. Not
How
quite.
long does blue line go?
I don't know, right?
don't know.
You'll find out when you get there. Right. So you go down for
Turns out
another.
we're running in a circle.
Yeah, the whole blue line is the brain trauma ward. You're just
Hey,
going.
dude, magically our red line, our purple line led up 4 different floors.
I
We
might-
can go up these
do I
stairs or an elevator, Matthew. Oh my, we're in the ward. Dude, we went 4 floors up.
We were some.
You don't know
floors
he's
up.
4 floors up.
We were 4 floors up from him.
You don't know that he didn't go up 4 floors.
Yeah, dude.
He doesn't even know if he didn't go up 4 floors.
Yeah, he was in some sort of weird morgue.
Which was on,
He drunk.
Was it?
I don't.
Was it?
I don't know. I'm gonna ask my comment servitor.
It turns out that you see a little inscription that says "joke bot."
Oh no!
No!
All right, comment server. Tell me.
Okay, so you go around the hallway,
Yep.
and as you go down, you see the blue line head off to the right, and a pink line has joined you, and it keeps going forward.
Blue line.
Blue line.
Just
All right.
stop and look for a legend.
Actually,
They're
yeah,
in
I'm
every
gonna.
hospital.
I can't. I'm being chased.
It's like
Blue line leads to security.
it's like 10 meters behind him.
Pink line leads to more lumps of stuff. To the wall.
I'm gonna quickly look up and see if there's anything that's like this is this way and this is.
While you're running.
While I'm
at
running
full
full tilt, yes.
Like so, you're gonna have. Okay, so do an awareness test at -10, because you even have awareness.
No,
Okay, no, you don't
I
notice
can't do
anything. You're going too fast to be able to notice. You got to make a split-second decision: blue or pink.
Blue.
Okay, give me an agility test.
I failed.
Okay. So you
By
turn the corner
2.
by 2. All right. Well, you're lucky because he failed by 1, so he's not quite catching up to you yet. So you turn the corner, crash into a couple more things, fall on the ground, and you get up and you turn, and you're like going backwards, like on your hands like this, and it comes around the corner, roars at you, and then crashes into one of the carts that you just crashed into, and you just get up and quickly keep going. But now it's only a few meters behind you, and the blue line continues, and then it makes a hard right, and that's when you notice a purple line joining from another room. And you just keep, as you're running forward, do one more agility test.
You know I'm gonna fail this.
I know, but he has to pass it too.
Oh, don't worry, I failed it by 7.
7 degrees of failure. And he passed it, or failed it by 5. So he failed it less than you, so he's catching up to you. Okay, so you fail it, or you fail it. As you're rushing, you trip and fall again, because any time that you're running a zombie movie, people forget how to run properly. And you fall right in front of the door, and you back up to the door, and the thing just kind of reels up, and it stops, and it looks at you, and it just roars out of its 3 mouths. So roll for initiative.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah, give me an initiative roll.
Alex is gonna die 3 times.
I rolled a 10, so I'm at 12.
Nice. You get to go first then.
Great.
So your back is to this door. So, yeah, there's a purple line right at it.
What color is this lump of stuff?
Just lots of colors. It's kind of brownish in some areas, blue in other areas, green in other areas.
Fight it with your mind.
I'm gonna fight it with my mind.
Oh.
Now you know you're outclassed, right?
That's why you push it.
You push it to the every time.
Maybe the demonic.
Okay, so it's your turn.
Yeah.
Your back is to the door,
Yep.
and it's right in front of you, about 3 meters away. What do you want to do?
They're in there! And it's great way.
You gonna try to run away? We're in combat mode now. It'll catch up to you with one run.
I
Like
know.
it's caught up to you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your one chance to make a decision. Try to go through the door, or stand and fight.
Ends his life on the spot.
Do like the Final Fantasy fight music so we can get this in.
I can't
I can't remember.
I don't want to die again, and I don't want to do the thing.
What? Go through the door?
All right, I'm going through the door.
Okay. So you back up, open the door, and you fall backwards into a room, and you quickly slam the door, and this huge smell of incense hits you. And that's when you guys look over, and you can see, and then you turn around and you see these guys, him fiddling with the combat servitor.
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy!
And all of a sudden, boom! Boom! The door starts to shake.
My bad.
And then right beside your head, you see a spike come through. So we're going back in the narrative. You've got a few seconds before it breaks
What
through the
kind
door.
of combat server is this?
It's got a heavy stubber. So as you hack into it, you pull up his protocols, and you can see that you have access to it now. Now there's a few options, and you don't recognize all of them, but you have full control of this thing. You can definitely activate it,
Activating it.
and you think you can turn off its. You're not quite sure how to tell it what is friend and foe.
I'm pretty sure I can.
Okay, so you passed it pretty well right there. So you managed to activate it. You get it turned on. You access the inside, and now you can set its target parameters.
Yeah.
How do you set it?
The quirk. That just came natural, I'm sorry. How do you set the combat? I'm just gonna aim it. I'm gonna aim it at the big spike coming through the door. I'm aiming at the door.
So you're telling it.
And tell everybody to get behind.
So anything
Larry the
that
robot.
comes to the door will be its target.
Yes.
Okay. So you're still at the door. You hear him say this.
Get
Okay, I'm getting behind him.
All right. So you run over to the other side of the room, and you're all at the other door, which is still locked, and you're still
Does
like
anybody have
bubbling
a
up.
heavy stubber?
I take out my heavy stubber.
You have the heavy
I
stubber.
picked it up.
Okay. So
Get on the
you,
gun!
Set it up! Load it up! Lock and load!
so you pull out your heavy stubber. You get it ready.
I draw my relic blade.
We got this! I am positive we're gonna survive this fight.
I stand firm.
Oh,
Can you load me up with? You have
Yeah,
the
go
ammo,
ahead.
right?
I stand on top of the desk.
Okay.
Maybe you should fire that heavy stubber.
Hey,
Yeah,
and as
my
you're
list
standing
feels
there,
pretty
you
good.
can hear another. You can see the door starting to buckle in. All of a sudden, you get this feeling throughout the room. That nice feeling of the room. It starts to just pass away. The incense smell kind of turns foul all around you, and you feel like the ground all around you just starts to move a bit, but like your eyes are playing tricks on you. Like everything's just kind of fluttering around you. You just get this sickly feeling to you, like the combat. Like you all of a sudden all have the feeling like this combat servitor is not going to be enough, and neither is the heavy stubber. And you just get this moment of panic. I want everybody to do a fear test. Willpower, no modifier.
Nope.
I am not afraid.
2%?
2%.
So 1 degree.
Yeah.
5 degrees of failure.
Okay, D5 insanity.
6 degrees of failure.
D5 insanity.
And no insanity? 50%?
Passed by 3 degrees.
Nice. So you don't seem to notice. Or you just resist it. Any insanity go up beyond a threshold? No, still not insanity enough. Do you gain extra insanity or less insanity?
I gain less corruption.
Less corruption, that's right. Does anybody here gain extra insanity?
No.
Or less insanity? That's our other role-playing group then. And as you're standing there, all of a sudden you hear a click, and the door behind you swings open. So then, not the door that he's busting through, but the door that was locked just swings open.
Stopping and staring.
Swings open.
Yeah.
I look.
There's nothing there.
No, the Emperor protects. I'm running.
You're running out the
I
room?
start shaking. I jump down from the desk. I run through the door.
Yeah, I'm running through the door.
You run through the door?
Can I bring my combat servitor?
He's attached to the wall. He's it's a person.
Guys, help me get it off the wall. Guys!
You can't.
Dang it, I'm leaving.
You leave?
I'm gonna hide.
You're going to stay in the room and
I
hide?
don't trust the door that automatically opens.
And you trust the lump of stuff?
The combat servitor will distract
It
him.
will protect. I still need to find my sister, dude.
She's probably in this room. Hide here.
She's probably the lump of stuff. She's probably the lump of stuff.
She is. The
You do feel a very
combat
big
servitor.
compulsion to not be in the room when that thing busts through.
Well, last time I feigned death and it just went past me. So, I mean, if I fake it, it can just run past me. No? Okay.
That's up to you. It's up to you.
I'm gonna go hide somewhere and hope that it just like bursts through and chases after me.
So you're going to hide in the room.
Yes.
So you're going to do a stealth check?
No.
What? That's what you have to do to hide. You have agility 20, and your stealth is unknown. So that means you have a stealth
He's got
of
his
0.
eyes closed. He's hoping that I can't see you.
I
You
can't
can't
see you.
see
You
me.
can't see me.
So you'll automatically fail a stealth test. Like we're talking like
Your rolls
out
are
of
one
out of
in
character here.
At this point,
Fine,
I'm in
I'm
the next
running.
sector.
No, you can stay in the room if you want. I don't want to stop you from doing what you want to do. I'm just making it very clear to you that your stealth is 0.
I know.
It's quite literally.
You should be
Your
very
stealth
clear.
is 0.
It's 0, which
Fine,
means
I'm
even
running.
the 0-1, you will fail. Only 1 degree of failure.
I would just like to point out now that I don't know how long this video is, but we spent the whole time rectifying we keep splitting up. The whole time.
Fine. Running.
So you go through
You
the
know
door?
what? You put
Go
your
through the
hand
door.
on my belt and don't let go.
No.
Okay, so you run through the door. The one thing you notice, just as you run out, you notice a little data pad on the ground that Tanek dropped. But you don't...
Got it.
No,
Ah!
it's behind you. You notice it as you leave the room and the door closes. On its own volition. Or of its own volition. That's the word.
I closed it with my mind.
And you go out, and then all of a sudden you hear it crash and a tick, 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 tick. So the heavy stuffers obviously open fire on it. And that's when you all of a sudden you're like, oh, I dropped one of my data pads.
Oh, I'll pick it back up then.
No, you dropped it back in the room.
I didn't need that one.
Am I getting the sense of deja vu right now?
You are a
Wait,
very big
this all
sense.
feels familiar, strangely familiar. Am I really the only one that remembers this?
Yes.
I think so. I'm trying to blind.
Everybody make an plus 10 intelligence check.
Oh, plus 10.
I rolled a 7.
I failed.
I'm about to remember a bunch of stuff.
I succeeded.
Technically, I failed this by a bunch.
No, you didn't have to roll it. You remembered it.
Okay, good.
I passed by 7 degrees.
Who passed? Did you pass? Did you pass?
Nope.
Okay, pass this. You pass that to you, Luke, after you read it.
Oh, you remember that?
Am I the only one that pays attention? I run away from danger and I pay attention to things.
Does that ring a bell?
Ooh, I like this.
That's the drop.
Did you just turn it upside down?
There's a little drawing. There's a doodle.
Look, hold on.
There's
Oh!
a doodle?
There's a doodle.
Well, that was from before. I just crossed it
Is
off.
that my doodle?
That's your doodle.
Oh,
Give me that paperback.
All right,
I
that's
remember
your,
that doodle.
that's your deja vu. So you're all standing in the hallway, and all of a sudden the three of you are like, wait a second.
What?
I think we saved ourselves.
That's
What?
That's very deep. What are you talking about?
the test
We
with the
totally
girl.
saved ourselves.
Do you remember?
Are we
When
still
we-
not running?
Oh, yeah.
So you're
We
jogging.
totally saved ourselves!
I remember
Remember
this-
when we pushed
there
the
was
button with a little girl?
There's that creepy girl.
That was us!
We all had to push the same button.
Oh!
I mean, I think!
Huh.
Neat.
And as you're running up ahead, you notice a little girl standing in the hallway, and she just waves to you and then skips off, like around the corner so you don't see her. And as you round that
Here's
corner,
a tiny demon
she's no longer there. So you're back on the blue line,
Wonderful.
because this was the purple line that led you here, right? And then you ran out and you turned, and now you're back on the blue line.
I hate this line. I hate this line so much.
I follow the
Still on the blue line. All right, and he calmed down because as you ran, like the combat server probably took it out, right?
Probably.
I don't know. You said it wasn't going to be enough, so we ran.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Yeah. You're just gonna keep running down. So as you're running down, you start. Everybody gain 1 fatigue from all this running. You gain 2 because you ran longer.
Okay, I'm at 2. Oh, I'm at 4 then. No, I'm at 2.
No, you resetted.
Then I'm at 2.
Okay. Okay. So you're running down, and you're going down this blue line, and all of a sudden, like just 30 feet from where you were, you get to the brain trauma ward.
Whoa! Got here.
You were so close.
We did it.
Did it?
You ran right by it.
I figured I did.
You did. You were on the blue line that was like go back to get to the brain trauma ward. That's why you did a. You did a loop.
I did a loop.
Let's just go
It's because
look
your
for,
awareness. Because I looked at your perception. It's 21, and you don't have awareness, so you're actually a 0-1 for your awareness test. And so I'm just like,
The girl?
nope. He didn't see the big sign.
No.
Nope. And still didn't see the big sign. All right, he passed it.
Dario.
To be fair, you were being chased by a lump of
Sorry,
stuff.
no horse.
I kick open the door to the brain trauma ward.
All right,
Like, we're
bam!
here.
It opens up, and you walk in with your
Be
katana.
patient.
Hey!
What do I see?
What does he see, Matthew?
Smart of me! If you turn to the Batman, all this, like, your insanity level is like, now you're insanity level Batman.
I think I'm some sort of cave vigilante.
With the story arc of his character,
It kind of works. You really are Space Batman. Okay, hold on, let's see what time it is before we decide to keep going.
Did your parents die?
Oh, no, it's only 11. We're good. We got lots of time. Okay, so you bust into the room, and the first part of the brain trauma ward is there's just a few beds with some patients on them, just lying there, hooked up to monitors and all of that. None of them are your sister, but she was taken to the intensive care part of the brain trauma ward, as you remember. And you saw her in the security feeds and all that. No, you didn't. Did you see the? No, you didn't see her in the
Lost my
security
data
feeds.
pad.
You lost a data pad. You'd have others. That was a data pad that you had picked up. Remember when you? It was the same data pad that you picked up when
That's
you were doing
gross.
that thing with Lilium. You're like, oh,
That's
look, the
really
data pad
gross.
that says "Don't trust the Union." That's the one that you dropped.
I at this point I don't trust the Union any less.
Who trusts cyclical messages, anyways, right?
No.
All this time travel mumbo jumbo with the warp and stuff. So you're in there, and there's a doctor in there, and the doctor looks up, and you like run out with your katana, and he's like, "It's like, don't hurt me, don't hurt me."
No, it's okay. It's fine.
We're here for
Where's the intensive care ward? Okay.
It's down the hallway to your left.
Why would I give it a care ward?
Kanto's sister.
I know, but
We're gonna get her and leave.
She's in a different ward. Why did we come to this ward?
No, she's in the brain trauma ward.
Then why'd you ask the intensive care ward?
The intensive care brain trauma ward.
Oh, there's one inside this ward.
Yeah. Right? Is that correct?
We're having this conversation.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah, where's that ward he asked for?
I want the brain trauma intensive care ward, but not the normal brain trauma
sickly
ward.
woman who can't talk,
Very bruised.
very skinny.
Not that one, or that one. Like
His-
that one over there.
His sister.
A different one.
Doctor, can you explain the dead coming back to life?
what? What is
Answer him, doctor!
I don't know! I don't know. He falls to his knees and starts sobbing. Please don't hurt me, because you're all with you got a heavy stubber out, you got your blade out, you got a wrench, and you have this look in your eyes. You're just like,
Answer the question!
and you got your last pistol out and a bottle of Amsec. It's just,
I'm the friendliest of the bunch.
you're like, hey!
Hello.
Just stand there twitching. Seen some stuff, man.
I walk up to the doctor, I kick him over with my foot, and I go.
I want to point out the happiest time in my character's life is when I left you people. As soon as you came back, my life went back to being terrible.
That's fair.
So sorry, Doc. We see some stuff.
You're not sorry. You're mean.
Casually.
You're kind of
Oh
happy
yeah,
about this.
I spit on him.
I kick him over, and then he spit
Yeah,
on
he
him.
kicks him, I spit him.
And then you guys just walk by.
Yeah. To the intensive care brain trauma ward.
They're not their normal selves. I'm really, really sorry about this.
Are they here to be treated too?
No, they're here to get his sister.
Sister, oh, sister. Who's his sister?
She's dying of a cancerous form of illness.
Her name's Dario. I had to check.
Because you care about her so much. So he's just they're just sobbing. He just kind of stops talking to you. So you head down the hallway, and you come to a room, and you open it up, and inside there's a a bed, and on there, unconscious, is
How's she looking?
well, from a distance, or do you want to go up and inspect
I'll
her?
go up and
Yeah, let's go check on it.
So you walk up. She's hooked up to some equipment, and do a Medicaid test. Plus
Oh,
10.
yeah.
You good?
Oh, yeah.
She looks fine.
Is there anyone else in this room?
Like
She got any
perfectly fine.
treatment stuff being pumped into her?
Like
Yeah.
perfectly
Yeah.
healthy.
Well, like she's still got like the boils and stuff from the
I'm gonna check the back of her neck.
but as you
Still
look,
there?
yeah, it's still there.
She's unconscious. Looks good though.
Yeah, she looks good. Like you're not quite sure.
Okay, she's good.
You're not quite sure why she's unconscious. She must be sleeping.
She's safe here.
Try and wake
Get
her.
outta
I
here.
try and wake her up.
You shake her, and she doesn't seem to wake up. And how many degrees of success did you make your Medicaid check by?
So
You can describe it. You can describe it.
6 degrees.
6 degrees. Okay, so
The
you're
skull and then the
you realize-
two.
you realize that the only reason she's unconscious right now is you can see that they're medicating her. They're keeping her unconscious.
I'll unhook it.
Okay, so you unhook it.
Yeah.
You know it'll take a few minutes for it to
She
wear
ain't
off.
that
I'll put
space
my hand on her
morphine.
head.
I'm gonna put that into me.
Are you addicted to that?
Try and do the brotherly thing.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna quietly put my hand on her head and just try and do the brotherly thing. I'm being a responsible.
I am
sibling.
also holding her nose closed and my hand over her.
What?
What?
Whoa!
Oh, he's putting his hand on her forehead.
Looking over at Greg.
Pillow, just
You don't know what I.
You trying to kill
All
her?
right, I'm not gonna.
She might come back to life.
Yeah.
She's not dead. She's unconscious.
I mean, like he's
We
suffocating
can, we
her.
can rectify that.
Bash her skull in with your wrench.
I want to see if he'll heal.
I'm curious too about
Stop
who.
trying-
I don't
kill
know. If it's
people.
I don't know if it's a genetic thing.
Okay, I'm genuinely curious to see if I'll come back
You're
to life.
saying this?
But I'm too afraid to kill myself.
All right,
I've
yeah.
got-
Well,
Jesus
they're
Christ.
having this conversation right in front of you as you have your hand on her
Yeah.
forehead,
Yeah.
and so they're just talking about killing her.
Yeah.
You're not
Nah,
bothered.
we're
I'm not gonna-
yeah, we're
I'm not
kill
gonna
her.
do it. I'm
How
not
about you don't?
All right, we won't kill her. We're thinking
Thank
about
you.
killing.
No.
I want everybody to make an awareness test. No modifiers.
Oh look, I didn't roll a 1.
You rolled a 1.
I said I didn't roll a 1.
You rolled a 95.
I rolled a 9. I am not aware.
I got 58 for perception. I can't pass.
3 degrees pass.
You passed by 3 degrees. Okay, that actually works.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Awareness is perception. I passed by 2 degrees.
2 degrees.
Yes.
All right.
Never pass.
Intelligence.
Same.
Just never pass.
I got 58 perception. I never passed. I got an 88
Wait, you haven't.
plus 10.
And you never pass?
I never passed.
Turns out that servitor wasn't.
I have to roll a 9,
She was here. you were wrong.
and I never pass.
I'm spitting on you.
This is garbage.
You know, Corn loves it.
Grenades. Have a grenade.
Nope.
Yeah. So you guys are having this conversation about whether you should kill her or not.
I only slightly, very lightly suggested it.
I know you don't like him, but
I would
she
not.
has done nothing to
So
you.
lured
I
heads
wouldn't
out of the room.
actually kill her. Aren't you curious to find out if
Did
we're
you really?
also
quietly.
if we're connected?
This is the guy that never stays at the party.
I'm gonna.
Not
I'm
enough to
going-
kill people.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm quietly.
Did you want to talk about murdering some?
watching
What if you-
the revival?
What?
Yeah.
Delimb someone.
It's not. That's what's
Dismembered
happening.
them. What if you just cut their leg
Yeah.
off with their
It's on the
leg
opposite.
grow back, or if you held them together
Okay.
like super
I'm
glue and they
watching
just
it.
mend back together?
Okay.
This is why I keep leaving.
Yes.
I am very unaware of what's
I am
happening.
gonna. I am gonna ask you to take your hands off her.
No, she's my sister. I worry about her.
He said.
You kicked her out of a thing earlier. Whatever they're called. Stretcher. You don't tell me what to do, my family.
Fine.
You're not my supervisor.
You're not my supervisor.
Why do you want to kill her?
Yeah, man, you keep trying to kill her.
I'm not trying to kill her.
You just
No, we only suggested.
I was messing with you.
you kicked her out of the stretcher when she was about to get intensive care.
That's awesome.
Okay. All of a sudden, you all hear a huge shake off in the distance, and you can actually down the hallway start to hear yelling and gunfire.
Oh.
It appears that the fighting
What did
has.
you do?
Yeah, he walks out, and all of a sudden the whole building shakes. He set off a bomb.
Just pulled out the last pistol and the grenades and all this.
Is that where he is?
Yeah, that's where you can hear it back over that way.
I'm gonna hook up the medication back into his system.
You're gonna start to hook it back
You
up.
gotta go.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I'm gonna take a couple seconds here, hook her back up.
And we're gonna leave. Why did we even come here? I just want to leave.
She seems fine here. We're just doing stuff. We gotta go.
Is it working at all?
What?
Is he answering me?
Oh! Can my guy figure it out too?
Is he answering me?
Yeah, he's steady enough now. So you just like grab him and he like.
Doc, we gotta get out of here. Let's go.
And you start to head up the hallway, and that's when you can hear down the hallway as well. You can hear gunshots and firing.
Oh, so it wasn't you causing a distraction?
No, no, he's just trying to get out of there with the doc. A bunch of crazies behind me.
You want to leave her here?
I keep failing.
You want
I
to
keep
hook her and
failing.
bring her with us?
I want you to unhook her so we can get out of here.
There
She
we go.
seems safe here.
I don't know
trust it.
You get
the
quiet.
urban combat.
Okay, act it out.
What's that? What's happening?
As you're standing there, all of a sudden she grows very, very pale. Everybody in the room notices this, and she doesn't seem very well. And she actually starts to convulse right there on the table.
No, this is after I hooked her back up.
This is as you're hooking her back
Yeah.
up.
Do something! Save her!
No,
Hook her up faster.
hooking her up faster.
And her skin goes paler and paler and starts turning grayish. And just convulsing on there. Okay, everybody do one more awareness test. No modifiers. Not you.
Oh, buddy.
Oh!
I passed by a lot. 6 degrees.
Okay, so nothing changes for you. No? Okay. All right. So you're sitting there, and all of a sudden, her skin goes really gray, and then her skin starts to go wrinkly, and just shakes, and all of a sudden she stops. And then the monitors all go dead.
Did she just die?
I didn't kill her, I swear. She started going bad when I hooked her.
So we got like.
I
Flatline.
turned off
That's
that
the term.
noise.
Thank you. That's a very unsettling noise.
I'm putting a sheet over her head. This is a filthy experiment.
So she just all of a sudden just died right in front of you.
Kjeldsen! She was the love of my life!
I'm
Just gonna quietly.
dead!
Just gonna quietly leave.
I'm not going to stop hooking her back up. I'm going to keep hooking her back up and I'm going to pump the juice back in.
Bring her back! Do something! Use the machines! Come on!
Backhanding them. Damn it, man! I'm a doctor here. Trying to do my doctor things.
All right, do a Medicaid test.
Self-proclaimed doctor.
No modifier.
I passed.
God, he just
How many
doesn't-
degrees?
Doesn't fail anything.
You know.
When you have an intelligence of 60 and a plus 30 to your Medicaid, it's hard to fail.
5 degrees.
Okay, you can't revive her. She's dead.
Yep. This
She is
one.
dead. And you look at her, you have no idea why.
Totally worth coming all this way and not just getting out of here.
You don't even hear her.
We've lost her.
Maybe she'll come back to life. We wait.
You guys want to take a thumbs or anything?
What?
Oh no!
Oh no!
What?
Willpower is
I'm
just
gonna
eating
roll
thumbs.
for willpower.
Okay, now you did love her, so I'll give you a plus 30 to this willpower test. Or you gotta start harvesting her thumbs.
Ah! I passed.
I've already cut them off. for
By
you.
one.
Oh, wow.
Literally one.
So you're like, What do you
Oh.
cut off thumbs for? You don't know he likes thumbs.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that.
Because he hasn't successfully gotten any thumbs yet.
Yeah, he's,
Oh, okay.
He just keeps trying to get
pretty well.
thumbs. Or he
pretty
resists
weird.
trying to get thumbs.
I'm gonna rip off some tissue and.
Okay, as you're there, all of a sudden, once again, you get this weird queasy feeling, and the room dims a little bit, and this including like you're about to head out, and you can feel this too from behind you, from the room where you were. And so now you can hear gunfire the one direction, and you can feel weirdness coming from the other
I'm
way,
gonna draw my sword.
and
So you get
and
angry
it seems
with the
it seems to be
doctor?
rippling from the door.
Both
I'm
bad.
definitely grabbing some of that medication as I.
What
prepare to run
medication?
everything. That was pumping into her.
Oh, like just
grabbing that bag.
some of the sedative.
Yeah.
Just grab the sedative. Okay, add bag of sedative to your.
Add bag of sedative.
I have so many drugs in my possession and still pocket sand. Haven't had a reason to use pocket sand yet.
That's good.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that was pretty much it. I want to see if they can. What's gonna happen?
You seem pretty okay with your sister just broken. Wasn't my fault.
I'm just curious what the next step is. We leave.
Why are you okay with this?
I'm now deeply disturbed. I say that out loud.
His name was Canto Sanderson. His name was. Okay, I'm done with that one.
You okay, bud?
I walk towards
I
the
slap him.
gunfire.
Just kind of in shock.
I walk towards the gunfire.
He's standing in the doorway blocking you.
Where you going, Pringles?
I don't care.
Cantos is in the doorway.
Get out of my way.
No.
Pringles?
I push him out of the way.
Price.
You want to try to push him out of the way?
Push him out.
Do you resist?
Yeah.
All right, both of you do an opposed strength test.
What's going on here?
Oh, I failed.
By how much, though?
I passed
I
by
failed.
2 degrees.
I failed by 5.
Actually, yeah.
he,
No,
he,
1 degree.
he just shoves you, and he's like, no.
Got that movie moment,
And then you
though,
stumble
he can't
backwards.
fail.
You can't fail it. The dice.
He's about to fight the Inquisition in 4 lumps of stuff by himself right now.
With no weapons and no training. He walks. He's just walking in the darkness of the
So
hall.
wait, where exactly is Lured?
Lured is, you don't know. He left.
He's left the room.
He left probably a minute ago.
I'm just gonna leave too.
You,
Yeah.
Where we? Where,
Okay,
where
everybody roll initiative.
Everybody.
Yeah, you're back. You're probably got 30, 40 feet away, but we'll have you roll initiative.
Hey, anything from the doctor?
What's that?
Any usefulness from the doctor?
He's kind of terrified right now, and there's gunfire going outside. Not a lot of time has passed in all
That's
of
fair.
this.
I got an 8 total.
Anybody get higher than 8?
12.
Is it your agility bonus?
Agility bonus plus D10.
Yeah, I got 12.
So it'll be you first. What'd you get?
I got an 8 total.
Dave?
5.
So it will be Josh, Luca, who was after 12.
We tied.
Agility.
I have a 0 bonus. You have probably higher.
I have a 2 bonus,
Yes,
but I
it was-
rolled
You
a
don't have
6.
0 bonus. You got a 2 bonus.
I got 2.
What's your
6, but
agility?
I'm saying I have
What's
a 0.
your-
We
so
both
it's-
have an 8 total.
No, but what's your
Yeah, but what's your
total?
agility?
Yeah, so we.
No, but what's your
total?
full? Because he has
29.
20 as well, so you're higher.
Barely.
And then Dave is at the bottom, and so. There. Josh and Luca, and Steve, we're gonna skip you because you're surprised by this. Quirk, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna cast Dark Flame.
What page? Remind me. It's in the other book, right?
I didn't kill her, bro.
Oh, you wrote it all down.
Yep.
I didn't kill her.
It's a half action plus something in my willpower. Range a lot.
What psi rating? Okay, so right now, let me just give you a picture of where you are. So there's a room. There's a doorway.
It's the 4th.
Kantos just got pushed. He's about 2 meters away from you as you walk through the doorway. Dave is there. Steve is still in the room with Festus. And you're down the hallway with the good doctor. You're down here. Your name is Josh. There it is.
Maybe I should have read her chart.
I remembered your name.
Should I have read her chart first?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know. Whatever.
Don't walk into the ICU and
Actually,
start doing things.
no.
People.
Change my mind. I want to do that one. Hey, you said I can.
No,
Why does he get options?
Do that first one.
Okay, so what do you have to roll to cast it? What psi rating are you gonna put it at?
4.
You have let me give you a range of what everybody has. Dave is 2 meters away from you.
Okay.
Steve and Luca's characters are 6 meters away from you.
Okay.
Treachery.
So 4 psi rating?
It's okay. We got the
already
sword.
puts it at 8 meters.
We got
8
the
meters?
sword.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that pushing?
Oh,
All right. So willpower. What is it? Willpower plus or minus?
minus 10.
So
I need
with your focus implementing, you're just back up. So
Yep.
go ahead, do it.
fate. Fate.
Want to use one of your fate?
Yeah, so I'm down to 1 now. That worked. That's 4 degrees of success.
4 degrees of success. Can I see it? Okay. And that was at 4 psi. Everybody, except you, make a toughness test. No modifiers.
Haha, I passed.
I failed.
What did you write here? I thought you wrote
Which
down
one?
what happened.
It does. I shorthanded it.
Me do things, they go
Sorry,
booms.
you passed?
I passed.
Failed by 3.
Failed by 3?
Failed by 5.
You failed? Your toughness is like 43. You must roll pretty
I
high.
rolled an 83.
Sorry, you failed by 5 and you failed by
3.
3? Yeah, I gotta read that again.
Yeah, okay.
Can we pause for a second? I gotta look it up. What page is it on?
I
So you both failed. Okay, so both of you, as you're going, all of a sudden feel this huge drain to your vitality. And you're both going to take 8 strength and toughness damage. So your strength and toughness are reduced by 8. This is not permanent. So like you get 1 back per hour once you're out of combat. So go ahead, reduce your strength
Oh.
and toughness by 8.
By 8. I got it.
Seems like a nerdle power.
This is temporary.
It's temporary, but basically for all intents and purposes, your strength and toughness count at as this new level.
Why
So
do
if,
nerdle is?
so, so if you drop, like if your toughness bonus changes, for example, that changes your resistance. So like your toughness went from what to what? 43 to 35. So over there, for your armor, make sure you drop down all of those numbers by 1. And if your strength bonus went down, then any close combat weapons you do less damage. You gotta remember that. Okay. I'm sorry. Am I boring you, Steve?
Keep pulling an 80 with this stupid thing.
Well, then don't roll it. Okay, so that was half action. What's your other half action gonna be?
Wasn't there more to that?
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. What you wrote down didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That's only if it results in their death.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was reading. I'm like, this
Oh.
is not what it does.
Gotcha. My bad. Okay.
Okay, so you have another half action.
Dark Flame.
That was an attack. You can't do another one. Can't do 2 attacks in one
Maybe
round.
who's gonna say Dark Flame?
I was gonna say Dark Flame.
What do you mean Dark Flame?
Hey. Fire.
What?
What are you gonna do the other half action?
I'm gonna.
Do the crane.
You don't have your weapons out yet.
I don't have any weapons.
Oh, okay.
You have pants
So what are
on?
you gonna do? You got half
I'm
action.
gonna start heading. No, I'm just gonna.
He's gonna stand there?
Just gonna stay.
Okay, done. Dave, you feel this drain of vitality and you look back and you can kind of feel like it came from Cantos. Like you have this sense that it just kind of washed over you from Cantos.
My energy was drained, and it was because of Cantos.
Yeah.
And you know this.
Yeah, you can feel that. Yeah, because he's all of a sudden he's like, you saw him concentrate and all of a sudden just got hit with this thing after you pushed him. And you just feel awful. You just
He's
feel
treacherous. Break his neck.
What you give me something?
No, I'm just checking.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Why do I feel like my energy is drained because of you?
I'm just gonna smile.
All right, Josh, you're still unaware of all
There's
this.
no reason.
Hey, Luca, you noticed it as well. What are you gonna do?
You die this day, Canto Samuelson. By the light of the Holy God Emperor, I charge him. If I am within range.
You're 6 meters away. Yeah, you can
Nice.
totally charge him.
I end his life.
I'm now in awe.
You're like,
You want the relic blade charge?
Hoya! Okay, you charge in. So this is just gonna be a charge. So it's a plus 20 to your weapon skill.
I'm gonna fake to reroll. I failed by
2%.
2%. No!
97.
Swing and a miss.
We're gonna miss.
Okay, so he's right next to you now, and you just kind of dodge to the side a little bit as he swings and he
there,
misses.
Brad, just like.
Come at me, brah. Okay,
He's looking
and
for the
Steve,
rebirth.
what does Tenek do with all of this?
Wait,
weirdness?
what do I know? Do I
That's all you know is what I've told you. All of a sudden you saw
Yeah, but
these
do I
guys.
feel it
No,
came
you didn't
back
feel
out?
anything. You kind of feel like something watching
yeah,
over
I
you,
have no
but
idea it came from.
no. You just see him charge at him again. You're just like, the crap.
Yeah, I'll just watch this happen then.
Okay, back to you.
All right. So we're in combat.
You're
Nothing
you're
matters
engaged.
anymore.
Okay.
You can still use the stuff though.
All right.
Give me a reason to get involved.
Dark Flame.
Okay, can we do that one properly? What's the page number that's supposed to be on? I don't trust your writing anymore.
You did. I double underline your stuff.
Yeah. You got it wrong though. I'm looking it up.
9.
There we are. Who are you targeting?
Well, it's the cone. So
Oh yeah.
Can I hit all of them?
You
like
can
they're
hit the
front?
two of them. They're not lined up. Like
Line up.
you're because they're both in the hallway with you, and he's back in the room.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Then,
gonna roll
both
for
of
the
them.
line up.
Okay.
What siren do you want to put it
All
at?
right.
You're gonna hit me? The only friend you have in this group. You're gonna hit me.
Challenge plus 0.
I think he's
The damage
possessed.
is D10 plus your psi rating plus your corruption bonus.
Yep. I don't need to push this. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna stick
I
with
have
4.
an idea.
Stick with 4. All right. Challenging willpower roll. Go for it.
Got it.
Okay, it doesn't matter how much you got it by. Oh, actually,
I would like to manipulate that flame.
you're standing there. All of a sudden, you see this dark flame all of a sudden erupt from Quirk as he holds out his hand as Festus is coming towards him, and he's like, "Yeah, how do you do it?"
Wow, that's really warm.
And it washes over the two of them. Both of you make a easy plus 30 willpower test.
Failed.
By how many degrees?
2.
So you get 2 corruption.
I passed by.
So you're fine.
Oh,
Can't I manipulate this flame?
It's not actual fire. It's dark
Oh.
flame. Psychic flame is a little different. And yes, when it comes to
He's a witch!
all right, so now we got to do damage. So what did you roll for the hit?
20. So it's a 0-2.
And that would be what?
head.
That's head. Is that how sprays work? I'm just going to quickly check sprays. But this is a spray, so it automatically hits.
He just attacked me.
Does he have to use an okay?
Now you guys can try to dodge this.
Yeah, good luck.
Hold on, let me just quickly check.
Full Palpatine.
Oop, I'm in the wrong book. Yeah, full Palpatine. Just whoosh. Yeah, it's kind of like. No, it's not. It's not lightning.
Was your only friend.
Was
He killed me.
keyword right
I
there.
killed you?
Canto Samuelson is dead.
I killed you?
Oh, Canto Samuelson is dead.
Is that what you say? You say that. But when he says it, though, it's like a different voice coming from his mouth. Rumbling, terrified. Don't forget that you have the other one on that gives you the bonuses, too.
Oh, I'm accounting for that.
You're accounting for that? Okay. So, 149.
Plan my-
Sorry, guys. This is the first time for us using a spray. Nobody's used a spray weapon yet. You don't do a ballistic skill. All creatures in the path cone shape. Okay, you have to take a challenging +0 agility test, or you get hit by the weapon. So agility, no modifier.
I passed by 2.
Fail by 3.
Okay, so you dodge it. So let's damage him then.
No
so you,
evil dark.
now where does it say what it hits? They are always considered to strike the body location. All right, so do your damage then. So it's D10 +5 +4.
9.
So 18 to your body. Now is there a...
And he's on fire.
Well, that's
you
flame. We got to
take
check
him
that.
out.
Flame might put him on fire.
I wonder if I should fate my agility test.
So now you have to do another agility test to see if you're on fire.
Oh, jeez. I am not.
Oh, wow. So you and you put out the flames. Okay, so 18 damage to your chest. I want to see if it has any pen.
So I am
You better hope it don't.
at 14 damage.
Hold on. I got to see if it has any pen. Penetration 5.
You take 8. You
So
take
ignores
6.
ignores just the armor part. He only has 1 armor.
So 3.
So 3. So 18 damage minus 3, so it's 15 damage to your chest.
He's a -3 chest.
I am -3.
Minus 3. So write that down. You took 3 critical. You're down to 0 hit points, and we're doing a 3 critical hit.
So my current is -3?
Yeah.
No, your critical is 3. Your current is 0.
Oh, okay.
You don't go below 0. We just go into critical. So critical 3 on the chest. Frick, I just closed it. Was it energy damage, I'm assuming?
I don't know why you
Yep,
killed
energy.
my friend.
Energy
back your
critical
entire
on the chest.
By the
Is-
holy god, Emperor, you will be struck down.
Body.
heretic.
The attack cooks the flesh on the chest and abdomen. You suffer 2 levels of fatigue and D5 toughness damage. So you take 2 levels of fatigue. What's your fatigue at now?
3.
Okay. And
D5.
D5 toughness damage. Another 3 toughness damage. What does that bring you down to?
32.
32. Okay, so it doesn't drop you down another level. So you're hurt. It crashes into you hard, and it just bursts through your chest. You don't fall to the ground or anything, but you are hurt.
I continue screaming, Canto Samuelson must die.
And to say this, I must stop. You hear this down. You notice this down the hallway. In fact, when you turn around, you can see it happening because you're looking down the hallway. Just so you know before you decide what you want to do. Okay, that was half an action. What's your other half action? Well, you can only do one. You can only do one attack.
Can I brace for incoming impact?
Brace. I know you're. No, that's a special skill.
Okay.
That's a talent.
No, I just stand there.
What you can do is
Cackling.
a defensive stance is a full action,
Yeah, I can't do that.
and it gives you all it does is gives you an additional reaction.
No.
Oh.
Good.
But you are unarmed, so it's going to be hard for you to parry anything that he does. Okay, so you just kind of stand there cackling. You're like, ah! But you seem he seems uninjured. The guy's right in front of
I'm
you.
swinging at him, the flames like, no effect. The light of the God Emperor protects!
You
All
were
right,
a
Dave.
gang member yesterday.
It's the Emperor's gang.
Pull out my heavy stubber.
You have a heavy stubber?
I do.
All right, so half an action to pull it out.
I'm going to fire it at Kanto.
It is unbraced, and he's in combat. So it's going to be very, 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 and you don't even know how to use it. So it's going to be an impossible shot.
There's the lack of ammunition too.
Did I say
No,
heavy
it's
stubber?
loaded.
I meant to say
Oh
auto
yeah, still
gun.
get some.
You have an auto gun?
Yeah.
A
Play with the auto gun?
Rusty auto.
Your rusty auto gun? So that's half an action to pull it out, and you're going to fire into combat?
Fire into Kanto? Yes.
Well, okay. So, do you have any knowledge of how to use an auto gun?
Yes.
No, what's your ballistic skill?
I don't know how to use it. My ballistic skill is 30.
Okay, so to bring it down to 10,
Huh?
and then that goes back up to 20 because you're doing a standard attack, but then firing into combat is minus 20.
Firing into combat.
Yeah, he's in combat right
Because
now.
I'm fighting
Why are
him.
you in combat with
I'm
He's got his katana!
I'm cutting him down.
So basically, you
Heretic.
can take the shot. I'll let it pass on a 0-1. Like if you're rolling an actual 1.
a 0-1?
You gotta roll the
Or you know what you
Do I
can
not
do?
have to make 10?
No, because it's... Okay, what's your ballistic skill?
30.
30. You don't know how to use a weapon, so minus 20. Brings you down to 10.
Huh?
You get a plus 10 for standard attack.
I thought you said plus 20.
No, plus 10.
He
So you're
did
back
say
up to
plus
20,
20.
and then minus 20
Okay.
for shooting the melee. Now, what you could do is you could spend a fate to get plus 10 bonus to the
No,
test.
forget it.
So you have to roll
Did I
10
say
or less.
auto gun? I meant improvised weapon.
What
believe him.
Do you have an improvised weapon?
I do.
So you're like, nope. Nah.
It's just like
Aha!
roll wheel for a see what game weapon.
He's standing there.
He's
The
like-
party's fighting. He's
As you're in your inventory. Looking at all the bonuses. Looking at the wikis. Oh, will I be able to, how hard will this? I don't know. Like, it's like times pause. It's got like the VATs from Fallout on right now. He's like, nope.
Wait over, Dave.
No. Becca. Oh, so you pull out your improvised weapon. Now you have another half action. And you could move into base contact with them with the other half action if you wanted to. You won't be able to
Don't
attack them.
overlap the base. Yes.
Do you want to move? Okay.
I will.
So you're now next to him. That's your turn. Half an action to pull out the weapon, half an action to get next to him.
Okay.
But now you guys do outnumber him 2 to 1. So you will get
You get a
plus.
bonus for like charging?
That's not a charge.
The full action.
That is a half action move.
Do you get a bonus for charging?
Yes, but you have to charge at least 4 meters, and it's a full action.
Okay, can I just pull out the weapon and go backwards?
Could.
Yeah. You can
So
do
that
that.
I can charge
Back
next
up
time?
to get
So you're like, ugh.
Because what's the bonus for charging?
It's a plus 20 instead of the plus 10.
I'll definitely go back then.
But if you move into combat with him, when I swing at him, I get a bonus because we're
It's fine. So he backs up. So you pull out your weapon and you back up, and he's like, all the trauma of watching his sister die, and then getting hit by the very person who was supposed to protect him just wells up inside of you. And even though your insanity and corruption have been able to keep low, you just can't help but just feel a little bit of rage at this moment. And he's like, what have you done? And part of you like doesn't quite understand that this isn't Canto Samuelson fighting you anymore. Josh, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I've had enough of this. I'm shooting him. Did I see him shoot psychic flames at people?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll blast pistol aim and just.
Okay, so you do an aim.
Full Han Solo pose there too. Just
Lured always shoots first. And this time he is the first one to
No, he always
Shoots
runs
first,
and
throws
runs
grenades
first.
shoot. Alright, so you aim, so that's a plus 10. Standard attack, another plus 10.
You want to use this thing?
Plus 20, yeah, no idea.
You're about... Oh, you're a good 20 meters away.
Last pistol range is 30 meters.
Yeah,
anyways.
but you're not in short range, is what
Yep.
I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So that's plus 20 in total, but then minus 20. But you do know how to use this weapon, right?
Yep.
So it's just a straight up ballistic skill test.
Okay.
Minus 20 because they're in melee.
No, I missed.
By how many degrees?
A lot.
Okay, that's good. So it's a wild shot. And that was
Get
just
there
a
eventually.
standard shot, so it wasn't
Yep.
like a semi-automatic
Correct,
or
yeah.
anything. So you just went this one of your ammo. Okay, that's your turn. Luca,
I swing, aim and swing.
What's Steve?
you're after Luca.
Aim
and
and
then I'm after you.
swing.
Yeah, last turn you just stood there and watched them.
Oh, yeah,
You're
that's
like,
right.
because they're like, I didn't feel anything. I don't know what's going on. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, next person. You're after Luca. So what does Festus do? He aims and swings. So it's
Die, Kanto!
so plus 20.
Dang it, 95.
I am not Kento.
He just kind of steps to the side and just swings right by him. Okay, that's your turn.
Yeah.
Tanek.
I'm shouting, I think he's the one who killed his sister. I'm actually pretty positive he's the one who did it now.
You
That
mean,
makes
you mean
sense.
when you noticed
And
his hand on his forehead and all the
was taking time-
light, all the light from the skin
I was
going towards.
processing it. I don't know the explanation. I
That makes
get
sense
it
now.
It was him. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna stick him with a needle.
Okay.
I'm gonna try,
So you have a needle?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to inject him with one of the treatments.
All right. Well, all right. That's
All right.
interesting. So you're going to do an attack with an improvised weapon, essentially, but you want it to be full of the stuff.
Yes.
Okay. So there'll be a half action just to fill it. So you're going to take your turn basically to prepare this.
Okay.
Because you're 6 meters away.
Because I already have treatments. I have 2 needles.
You mean you want to do the plague treatment or the sedative? I thought you wanted to stick with the sedative.
Because I was assuming they were the same.
No, you pulled the sedative out. So you have a couple treatments for the plague, and you have the bag of sedative.
You can put him to sleep. You can cut him up into little pieces.
Wow.
So which one do you want to use?
Sashimi.
Either way, you have to use a half action to draw one, or a full action to
Yes,
prepare
true.
the sedative.
I'll prepare the sedative first.
Okay, so
I'll
full
do the
action
treatment.
preparing
Yep.
sedative. So you're like, hold
Yep.
on, guys, and you pull the bag as you fill a syringe. Okay, quick.
All right.
What's Canto Samuelson gonna do?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'm not Kento.
Then what's the demon inside him gonna do?
Oh.
Oh, spoiler.
Oh, way to go.
Yeah, I think it was obvious.
I'm gonna look at Festus and go, you set this all in motion, as I charge up a dark flame again.
Festus!
Is that,
Hadouken!
Hadouken!
is that gonna hit me?
Yeah. Yeah, because you move back, so you're now 4 meters away. Well, it depends. He's 4 meters away. So it's 8, yes, an 8 meter spray.
How far away is Steve? And can I angle myself?
No,
No?
he's
Okay,
he's
fine.
a totally different. Like you're looking at them down the hallway, and Steve is a 90-degree angle
I'm
in
also
the
short.
room.
He's getting greedy.
Okay,
Alright.
so do the test. Remember, you have the
Yep.
other bonuses.
Got it.
Okay.
4 degrees.
Okay, so we got a couple tests to do. Avoid the spray is just an agility test, no modifiers.
I avoid it. 2 degrees success.
I failed. I got hit.
You get hit.
I
Okay,
take
and
out
make
that.
keep that. Oh, you got another.
I got another
it's
headshot,
no, it's a
but it's
body.
always
It's a body
body.
hit. That's right. And the other thing you both have to do is willpower plus 30 test. Because there's some corruption coming.
I pass. 4
pass.
degrees.
Oh, geez. So you don't get any corruption from this. And you are like the incorruptible. That's gonna be your new name. Is Price the Incorruptible. It's awesome.
Big jump.
Okay, so you do hit him in the body
You never hit one of these
for
stupid
D10 plus 9 damage. 18 to your torso.
I take 13, which puts me at -5
-5 critical.
because I was already.
So 5 critical. So the attack forces you to the ground as you helplessly cover your face in agony. You're just screaming, ah! And you're knocked prone. And you have to do an agility test or catch fire, which you have to do anyways.
What's the threshold on critical?
Oh, jeez, I rolled 3. I'm not on fire.
What do you mean when you die? If you get to 9, you're dead.
9?
Yeah.
That's a blanket.
Unless it's a head and 8 kills you.
I got it. I passed my agility test for a fire.
Okay, so you don't catch fire. You also take a toughness test or be stunned for a round.
I failed that by like 6 rounds.
Okay, so you're
6 degrees.
stunned for a
7
round,
actually.
and you're now prone on the ground right in front of him. And stunned.
I dropped my blade. You witness this. Your heart falls.
Not the blade!
A hero.
Okay, you had another half action.
Put my hand on Festus' head and just say, "Thank you for setting me free."
As you lean down. Okay, then Dave, what does Price do as he sees him drop to the ground?
Lay
Okay,
on him.
dude.
Hug him and fall over.
Am I more skilled by my unskilled combat with just my hands or my improvised armor or improvised weapon?
Oh, unarmed is way worse.
It's way worse.
Yeah, an improvised weapon, even
Charge
untrained.
again, and I'm gonna hit him with my improvised weapon.
Okay, what was your? It's just a big pole. This is like a metal rod.
Yeah, it's like a pipe.
Okay, so you charge in. What do you scream as you charge in?
I loved her more than you ever did.
As you charge in, you see him like leap over the body. Okay, so it's a charge attack. So that's plus 20. Now, it's an improvised weapon which you don't have training in.
No.
Do you have familiarity in? No, it would be
He's
there.
close.
I have 6.
6 out of 10.
Oh, so close. So it's minus 20.
Oh, so
But it's plus 20 for the charge. So just weapon skill.
26.
Oh my. Oh!
Nope. Fell by 5.
Do you want to fade it, or are you going to hold on
Fade.
to it? You don't have to. You might want to hold on to that fate when you get hurt.
When I'm dead, I only have 6 left.
Now, one
until
thing that
I'm
you can
dead.
do right now, with your fate, is you can remove D5 damage from you, but not critical damage. You can regain D5 hit points, essentially, if you will use a fate.
And damage is removed from that first before critical.
Critical will not get removed with this.
Okay.
You can also use a fate to recover from being stunned.
Then I'll do that.
I have no.
So you want to use your last
D5.
fate to get D5 health back?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. So 4 health back. Not bad. But your critical stays the same. So once you lose that 4, your critical gets worse. So you call upon the might of whatever it is that's causing you to do this, and you can feel yourself just gain that surge of energy. And you still have... No, that was your full action to charge. You charge in, swing and a miss. What are you going to do?
Shoot him.
All right.
Aim another
Same,
shot.
yeah, same modifiers because he's in combat.
Now somebody else is in the way.
I'm really annoyed.
No, I missed.
No!
By a ton again.
No!
By a ton at least.
We're failing!
So just poo off in the distance. Okay, then Luca, you're stunned. You could spend a fate to instantly recover from being stunned.
I got 0 fate. I used the 1 to reroll earlier.
Okay, so you're stunned. So stun means you can take a half action.
I stand up.
All right. So he stands up. So now the two of them cannot take. Oh, hold on. Oh no, stunned cannot take any actions, including free actions.
Ooh.
And opponents receive plus 20 to hit them. So you're still on the ground.
I'm in agony on the ground.
Okay, so that was your round. Steve.
Hold on, I'm hardy. Does that do anything? I always heal as if I'm lightly damaged.
Yeah, but that's when we're healing.
When I'm healing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this fate point to do this is different.
That's not healing. You're just removing damage.
Healing's like after combat.
It's more like fate is supposed to be like the Emperor's protection. That's why you guys don't have very much. So like when you acolytes to an Inquisitor, it's like he's watching over you, and so you're like And my fate says I'm not going to fail this. And so that's why it rerolls. So it's like a destiny kind of thing. And you guys don't have much in terms of destiny.
Nope.
Charging
Apparently not.
drugs.
Ah, with the needle. Okay, so that's a charge with an improvised weapon. Do you have any training in improvised weapons?
I do not. I've always had the exterminator.
But you got the wrench. So that gives you familiarity with improvised weapons then. So it's only going to be a minus 10. So you're going to get a
and charges plus 30.
plus 20 for the charge, minus 10 for familiarity.
Yep.
But there's also somebody else in combat with you. So it's another plus 10, I think. Hold on. 3 to 1 or more is plus 20. 2 to 1 is plus 10. So plus
So
20
I'm gonna
charge,
use-
minus 10. So it's plus 20 in total.
So I need 45 here. So I'm going to use a fate to bring it up to 55.
Okay.
I got it.
All right. You want to parry?
Yeah.
You get minus 20 to your parry because you're unarmed.
Yeah.
But you know parry, so that at least doesn't hurt you there. So your parry is just 20 or less.
I rolled 100.
Okay, did not
Oh.
parry. So where'd you hit him? You hit him in the head.
Hit him in the head.
Okay.
Got him in the eyeball.
Oh, wow.
So
Straight
you,
to the
you got him in
eye.
his neck. No, not in the eye.
Going all
Yeah,
vegan.
you're going for his neck. Okay, so he just runs out. And he's like, ah! And you try to block with your hands, and just sticks needle inside and injects the sedative.
Ouch.
Okay, so the sedative doesn't work instantly. It starts to work. So right off, we're going to give you an easy plus 30 toughness test.
Okay.
And remember, yeah. So you're up to 61.
I'm up to
No,
81.
that's the toughness bonus modifier. So that'll help somewhere else. It doesn't help your toughness test.
Even with the thing that I cast earlier?
Does that give you a bonus to that?
I think so. You want to check it? I'll roll it regardless. I failed.
I don't think so.
Wow.
Nope.
The sedative will do something.
It gives you a plus 10 to your focus power test.
I'm gonna take his head off. This is done.
And then helps with fortune stability, which you don't have to worry about.
I'd say just
Okay.
tear him limb from limb.
So you failed.
We're
Yep.
setting Mr. Business free and you carry the head.
Okay, so you fail it. I'm going to just mark down that you failed it. It doesn't quite take effect yet, but you stick it in, and he just kind of looks over at you, and you can see him kind of blink.
These are vitamins on your side, friend.
I'm empowering you.
He blinks a couple times
Let's
kind of
get
heavily,
them.
but so far no in-game effect yet.
Mean you, bro.
Yeah.
It's been mean you from the beginning.
I don't know, sorry, at this point it'll be minus 10 to all your tests. Any
Okay.
test you have to do will be at minus 10.
Okay.
Okay, Steve. Or, sorry. Canto Samuelson.
So now do I have all of them in front of me? Because Steve just charged at me?
Steve's in front of you.
I charged from the flank.
Yeah,
I saw
all
fire.
3 of them are right in front of you.
Oh, I saw fire! Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
It's not real fire. It's like this purpley fire.
Right, I saw him do weird magic things. I'm gonna run into that thing. There's not gonna be beside him or behind him. You idiot.
Realized I was too high up.
You just felt like you told you. All right. All right, what you gonna do? Same thing again?
Same thing again.
Same difficulty? Remember, it's at minus 10 now.
Yep, so I actually have to roll a 55.
Yep, go ahead.
You better fail.
I passed.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Now he passes all the time.
So the 3 of you, except for you, you don't get to try to dodge it. Actually, no, you can do it. I'm just gonna give you a... You're stunned, so I'm gonna give you... Where's stunned? I think it's gonna be minus 20. So you do minus 20 agility test. The other 2 of you just
Looking
do
for 12?
regular agility.
Nope. I would have passed, but I failed.
Oh, fail.
I passed by 2 degrees.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
So you passed, you both fail?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Boy, did
Then I need you both to make a willpower plus 30 test.
Not me.
Not you.
I failed.
By how many degrees?
It was 18 plus 30, 40. 4 degrees.
So take 4 corruption.
Oh, okay.
That's my 2.
Okay, so you're fine. So you don't get any corruption. Did that corruption put you over any levels?
It did. I'm at 21 from 17.
21, okay. Give me a quick willpower test, plus 10.
I failed by 3.
Okay, then give me a D100. What malignancy did you just gain?
45.
45? 45. You develop some sort of minor physical deformity or easily concealable mutation. It is small, but perhaps enough to consign him to death if found out by a fanatical witch hunter. So he's got his ear. We can talk afterwards if you survive this encounter about what you gain.
I have something weird on my body.
It just also spread it out from the dark flame. All right, and how much damage? We're going to roll them separately.
All right.
So to to Festus. What are you rolling 9s every single time? 18 to your torso.
Oh, me? That's dead.
You're dead?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so do you have any fate? You don't.
Nope.
What's your fate threshold?
1. I guess I
Okay.
can burn it.
Well, no, we'll see. We'll see. So you're dead. And then against
I just turned to ash.
2, so 11.
11 damage to your chest. With
Ignoring my
or
armor.
all your armor, yeah. But not your toughness.
The end of Festus.
10, so 7. Okay.
No critical?
Nope.
Okay, no, I want you to do an agility test or catch fire.
I passed?
So you managed to pat it out really quick.
You said no one on fire.
No, I've been
Except
trying.
me, I'm a pile of ash.
Okay, Dave, what are you going to
I have ascended fire.
Swing again.
Thing on your body?
Swing again. Okay, you got somebody with you, so you get a plus 10 from that. You can do an aim, so another plus 10, so it's plus 20. Standard is plus 30, but you don't know how to use weapons, so you're back down to plus 10. Go
So I
for
need
it.
a 36. And I
Just like me. You is like me.
97. I rolled.
Hey, you're dead. Just quiet.
97.
97, so you missed.
Sucks, doesn't it?
Maybe you'll come back as a demon.
Josh.
Zap.
All right, go again.
Actually,
Not yet. You're fighting in close combat. You can't just stop and do that.
no, not that.
Well, write it down. Tell me what you're.
Come on!
Why?
Do you have any faith?
Oh,
to
wait.
reroll?
Was I supposed to like
I'm gonna say that for
try
later.
to get his thumbs? 'Cause he's-
Not yet. You're in the middle of combat. You're not going to stop to try to get stuff.
I have no thumbs.
I missed.
You're saving your fate for later. But
I
aim
have
and a
no
miss.
pile
Don't
of
miss it. Okay. Are you keeping? Oh no, you already know how to use the last pistol, so you don't have to keep track.
Yeah.
Looks around. We're just going to cross him off. Steve.
Okay.
And
So
then
you're, so you're holding an empty needle now.
Yeah, I had drawn my wrench and do all the
He
attacks.
died under it.
No, that's because of that.
It doesn't do damage though.
Yeah, it does. If you bring somebody's toughness down to 0, they die.
Oh, okay.
So if it brings them down because of this.
Gotcha.
That's why I was wondering. I'm like, what do you mean? Because
Okay.
the other thing that you want to do, you do after.
Draw my wrench and I want to attack. Can I do an all attack with a second or half action?
All out attack is a full action.
Okay, so we're just gonna attack.
So it's just a standard attack. Do you have weapon training or weapon
good
familiarity?
We are.
Are you fully trained or familiar?
We are fully trained with this thing.
All right, so you just get
I
a
use thumbs for
straight up plus 10.
And then.
Oh, and with help,
yeah,
so plus 20.
I whacked him in the head.
In the head. You can try to parry it.
Nope, I'm just gonna take it. Go ahead, hit me. Hit me. Hit me.
In the head. So this is an improvised weapon, so it's D10 minus 2 plus your strength. And it's primitive 7, so you can't roll any higher than 7.
So
that counts as a 7.
6. Well, yeah, 7. No, because it's 6, and then is this modifiers go after that, or is it cap?
It's
7?
primitive 7, which means whatever you roll, you can't roll higher than 7.
No, so even like the plus strength doesn't.
Oh no, the plus goes above
Okay, so
7,
then-
but your die roll counts as a 7, even though you rolled an 8.
It's a minus 2.
So 7 minus 2, so 5 plus your strength.
Okay, sure.
No, it's not
plus
8 minus
3.
2.
Yeah, okay.
Primitive 7 means that your D10, the natural D10,
10 to his head.
does not count any higher than 7. 10 to your head.
I take 1 damage.
Oh, you told them. Okay. So cracks him across the head, and you
They're
just
not gonna figure that out. 'Cause I've got a bunch of different things going on.
yeah, it only takes 1 damage as you crack him across the skull.
This seems-
Quirk.
Quiet, you're dead.
Now the sedative starts to kick in.
Oh no.
Give me a toughness test, no modifiers.
I passed.
Oh, you're lucky. Okay, so it does not get any worse. You're still at minus 10 to all your rolls.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
How far away is lured?
20 meters. No way you can hit him with a flame.
I can hit him with a smite.
Yes, you could do that.
Let's see you try.
I'll come back to that. I still got to deal with people trying to inject
He's
me
a
and fight me.
demon of Zinj.
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you know what? Let's smite lured.
Smiting on all the way over at Lurid because you can see him trying to shoot you from a distance.
Yeah.
And the other guys don't seem to be able to hurt you.
No.
Okay, so smite. What page is smite on again?
202.
202. Oh, you wrote it down. Thank you. Okay, and what psi level are you gonna put it at?
I've already got a psi rating of 4.
4.
Because it's 20 meters times your psi rating, so he's in range, even
Yeah.
at 1.
What's the bonus of damage based on psi
It's
rating?
D10 plus psi rating with pen 4. But it's a psychic barrage, so for every additional degree of or every 2 additional degrees of success after the first, it does an extra hit. So the easier it is, the more you hit him, it just does less damage.
I'm going to do it at psi rating 2.
2. Okay, so you get a plus 20, but then minus 10. So
I need a
remember you have the
75.
minus 10.
I mean, it basically cancels out.
Okay, go for it.
I rolled a 4.
You're gonna dodge.
You could dodge, but how many? Okay, go just do a standard dodge.
No, I
You're gonna
failed.
fake
You failed your dodge. Isn't your dodge like a plus something?
Well, 83 is still a high roll.
It's plus 10.
So you're at 63.
I'm going to fate point.
Yeah, you might want to fake that. He's about to hit you like. How many degrees of success is that? 8. So that'll hit you.
I passed.
That'll hit you 4 times.
Okay, I did pass.
But how many though?
I need to 3.
3 degrees of success?
Yes.
Okay, now let me just double check if you actually hit him 4 times, because you only put it at psi rating 2. That might limit how many ones it does. Psychic Barrage. All right, where'd you go? There we are. The Psychic produces 1 Psychic Bolt for the initial degree of success, plus 1 for every 2 additional. So you'd be doing 8. So you did 8 degrees. So you do 7 degrees, so 3.
I rolled a 4.
So you do 4 hits in total. That cannot exceed the Psyker's effective psi rating when he's in the power, though. So you hit him twice.
Okay.
So then you dodge 3. So he dodges all of your smites. So you're like, "Ah!" And he's just like,
How do you mentally dodge a smite?
well, it's smite.
So I'm looking at you funny.
It still manifests as a bolt of energy coming towards you. And you dodge out of the way of it. Okay, so that was your turn.
Yep.
Dave.
I'm just gonna hit him again. Or
Go
try
all
to.
out, man. Go all out.
All out, whatever that
All out
means.
attack gives you plus 30 to your weapon skill.
Yes.
But you lose any reaction. So if he decides to try to hit you in close combat, you can't parry.
He's a demon, isn't he? He's going to smite your face off.
Yeah, he's not going to try to hit you in close combat anyways. So you get a plus 30,
Plus,
and then
And a bonus?
I'm
plus 40, and then
20.
minus 20 because you don't know how to use the weapon. But you are keeping track of your hits and misses, right?
I have
You get-
always missed.
How many times?
Have you kept track?
3 times, right?
Okay, 3 times.
So you miss one more time, you'll have weapon familiarity with this, and you only get minus 10. So keep track of that. Every miss you get 1 point, every hit you get 2.
You need
And you're at 9.
a 46.
Okay.
Yeah, you get plus 20 in total.
That's
No,
not
that's a miss. But now you have weapon familiarity, so you can write this down under talents and traits. Weapon familiarity, improvised. It's your first page. So now you only get minus 10 when using this weapon rather than minus 20. So you go all out, he just screams berserk, and you just kind of move out of his way as he clumsily swings at you. Josh?
I shoot him.
Okay.
Hit him eventually. No, I missed again.
You're the worst shot. Give me the gun.
No.
He's
Give me
20
the
meters
gun,
away
give
from
me the
you.
gun, give me the gun.
You guys, you just hear this crack of a last pistol from behind you, but it's like nowhere near you. It just,
Just
hit-
like, is that those warning
he's just
shots?
like firing up in the up in
I'm
the air.
doing my best not to shoot you people that got the way.
What do you mean, you people?
Steve,
I'm all out swinging.
with what? Your syringe?
All right, I smacked
Oh, you have
him
your syringe.
on his left leg.
Okay, you can do a parry.
Nope,
You
I'm good. I'll just take it.
You're just gonna do it. You're gonna take it. So left leg for how much damage? So 7.
10.
I take 1.
So 1 damage. All right.
Just
Crack into his
Push
leg.
as many as you guys.
So far, right? Yeah, you with the wrench, man.
I know.
You just
I'm
kill
really-
everything with
I'm
it.
really good with the wrench.
Are you trained with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he usually gets the
I've
rats.
gotten to combat a couple of
He
times.
he batted so many rats, and then that
farmed off
spawned.
Rats and spawn.
Farmed off
I
rats.
did.
I only 2 damage.
I was in the news.
Okay,
so
Quirk.
I got rats.
Said it was getting harder. Give me a toughness minus 10.
Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Don't want you yelling at me. That was minus 10.
You need 21.
I failed.
You failed. Okay, so you're at minus 20 now for your tests.
Okay.
Once we get to more than the minus is more than your toughness, that's when you're going to be out.
Okay.
So you're at minus 20 to all your tests.
So you can only fill one more time.
No, he's got 31 toughness.
You can only fill 2 more times.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
just-
but the next time it'll be minus 20 to his toughness to pass. So it's gonna become harder and
I need
harder.
11.
Yeah.
So,
So what are you gonna do?
can I fight the effects of the syringe at all? No.
This is you passing your toughness test.
Okay.
That's what you do. If you want to take a full action, I'll let you take an unmodified toughness test to fight the effects, but it'll take a full action, and I'll remove 1 level of it.
Oh!
But you won't be able to do anything else.
That's fine. I'll do that.
So full action, you kind of focus. You're like, you try to will stuff out of your neck. You flex your neck muscles. Unmodified toughness.
Oh!
Fail. Okay, that's your turn. Dave,
All out attack.
all attack.
I want to fade.
Oh, you want to fade it? Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead, fade it.
It's my last fade. It worked.
It worked. All right, so you're down to minus 10 again. Bought yourself a little more time at the cost of a round.
It's okay.
How many degrees of success did you get? Did you get 3 degrees?
2 degrees.
Just 2? Okay. Never mind. Let's go let him have
I
more.
prepared another syringe.
While you're in combat with him?
As you watch it just...
You're like,
Wait a second.
you can see him just like, you can see veins going through his body as he's trying to resist the effects of the sedative.
How many?
Uh,
That's gonna take a long time.
Dave, so all out attack.
All out attack.
So now you have weapon familiarity. So you get the plus 30, plus 10, and only minus 10.
Is he not helping me?
That's the plus 10.
Yeah.
So you're at plus 30 now instead of plus 20.
56. No.
Is that
Which one's
the
first?
red first?
91 instead of 97 last time.
Yay! You're getting there.
All I did was roll 90s when I was attacking too.
Josh,
No.
Just shoot him.
Corpse.
can you hit him eventually?
Nope.
Why are you here?
Why are you guys standing in front of him?
Would
Sorry,
you-
I'm trying to shoot the demon that you're standing in front of.
You shoot in the face!
Would you have hit him if you didn't have the -20 at
Oh,
any
yeah.
point? Okay.
So you're the only one actually
Steve!
I've
hitting
been
him.
zinging him on like almost every shot so far.
So you've been missing just by a bit. How many degrees of failure did you miss by?
Well, it's still a couple degrees of
Okay,
failure.
so if you ever get
The
1 degree of
minus
failure,
20
let me
yeah,
know
no,
because
I
you might
know.
hit one of them.
Yeah.
Steve-O, what is
All out,
connectors?
just
All
keep
out.
going. Yeah, I hit him.
The unstoppable.
In the chest.
You gonna try to parry it? Okay.
10 damage.
So, but that's down to 7 again. So 10 damage.
I take nothing.
You take nothing to the chest.
It's
That's
plus the
right.
bonus.
What's the bonus?
A lot.
Why is there a bonus?
So you hit. You just smack with the chest, and he kind of just looks at you, and smirks. The only way that Kantos
Does
is
it, have
able
any,
to smirk.
does it have any pen?
Improvised weapon.
No, then yeah.
Where did
Pen
that
zero.
come from?
He's a demon of Zinch now.
Okay, Quirk. What are you gonna do? Still at -10. Oh yeah, right away. -10 toughness test, so 21.
Natural resistance.
I failed.
Okay, so you're up to -20 again.
Dang it.
If you when you do this
the Quirk
unmodified
show.
toughness test, if you get 3 degrees to success, I'll have it erase all of the fatigue that's kind of building up because of this.
Yeah.
But that'll still be a full
Over
action.
10.
Yep. I'm gonna try and resist it again. I got no more fate, but I. No.
No, because it's minus your.
If I knock everybody out, then I don't have to worry about falling unconscious.
So what are you gonna do?
Dark flame.
Dark flame.
Yep.
Hit the 3 guys in front of you. Well, the 2 guys in front of you.
Two guys in the pile of ash. I'm at -20.
-20.
So I'm gonna take 2 of my side rating out to bump this back up to 55, so I'll be 65.
Okay, go for it.
Got it.
All right. What do you
Dodged it.
You dodged it. Unmodified agility test. You too, Dave. Unmodified agility.
I passed.
Oh, they both dodge out of the way. You're like, ah!
This is a slow motion. So you just go,
No. And it just rushes by them down the hallway. Okay. You have another half action. Do you have anything you want to do with it? I know there's not much you can do in close combat with half actions.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Dave, as you've dodged out of the way, swinging again.
Grappling him.
You're gonna grapple him. All right.
pin him to the ground and bash him in the eyeballs.
Just lie on top of him. Trap him.
Okay. So let's remember how to do a grapple.
Oh yeah.
I think you just
Post
do.
weapon skill.
No, I don't think you do an opposed. I think you just instead of damaging him, I think you just do a. Oh, that's skills. Combat. We don't do grappling very
You can
often.
turn him towards Lord so you can shoot him.
Where's combat? Oh, there's all the way back here. So grappling.
I'm okay with killing campus.
Is already grappled.
not
already dead.
Or the body.
Instead of inflicting damage with an unarmed attack, a character can attempt to grapple. So you have to be unarmed. Attempting to grapple is a melee attack that uses either a charge or a standard attack. So it'll be a +20 for you guys. Then you can use a reaction to try to avoid it, like a parry. Okay, so you'll do a +20 weapon skill test. Why? Because you're at -20.
Made it. 2 degrees.
2 degrees. Okay, so here's what happens in a grapple. So you just like jump on him, and your next turn. Oh, actually, it was a half action for the standard attack. But grappling. So you use your first half action to do, but then no, the grapple is another
Think it
attack.
would
So you won't be able to do
Oh,
anything until next round.
A bonus from him, yeah. Does it matter if the degrees of success matter?
No,
Oh.
because he's not parrying. So participants in a grapple can't use reactions. You're considered to be engaged in combat, obviously. Participants can only do grapple actions, so you can't do psychic powers.
Nice.
The controller of the grapple can voluntarily end it whenever he wants as a free action.
Nope.
Other attackers gain a +20 bonus to weapon skill test to hit any target engaged in a grapple. So you're going to get an additional +20. And only 2 characters can be engaged in a grapple. You can't just all
Yo,
jump
just
on.
jump in there and get in on that
And then when we
grapple.
get back to your turn, and your turn, I'll tell you your options now that you're in a grapple.
Okay.
Okay, because there's a bunch of different things you can do.
IndieGoGo.
So you've basically initiated a grapple. You're like, ah! You drop your improvised weapon and just bear hugged
The
him.
relic blade.
And he
You've
tried to
shredded him
resist it.
before.
As far as you know.
You're gonna pick up the katana? You're not trained in it. No, not that he was.
I don't think it matters.
But it destroyed this Canto Samus and Jerk before, as far as I know.
Okay, so that was Dave. So Josh,
Where's the heavy stubber right now?
It's on my back.
it's on his back, who's currently involved in a grapple.
Just shoot him. You're bound to hit.
Just walk a little bit closer.
Like, statistically, you can't miss again. Actually, you're gonna hit me now. I don't know why I said anything.
Get in short range.
Like,
Well,
can I
but his
realistic-
half action. Oh, your half action move would actually get you in short range because you're so fast. So that's just as good as aiming, except that the next turn you've got an additional +10.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of get up close and start trying to shoot him in the face then.
All right. Well, you're still 15 meters away.
Yep.
So you move up to get into short range,
Hit me.
and so it's kind of like an aim. So +10. So yeah. So it's like the same modifier as
I
before.
know. I'm
Same
positive,
modifiers
I'm
before?
positive.
Yeah, because you get the +10 from being closer, but
He's
you don't
gonna
get the
hit.
+10
He's
from
shot.
aiming.
Yeah.
No, I still missed by a
Oh,
ton.
zoom right by my head. We're good. We're good.
Bang!
How many shots do you have left?
I had 30 in the
36.
clip, so I got,
Oh, you had a full clip.
yeah.
Okay.
This is the good last pistol.
Oh, the one that you. Okay,
so, like,
yeah.
24.
Oh, so you still have a lot.
All out.
All out. So all out gives you +30,
I hit him.
and you got +20 from being in a grapple.
I hit him in the. I can't hurt him.
In what? The chest?
Yeah.
You can if
No,
you
no,
roll.
I didn't hit him in the left
Even
leg,
if you hit him in
or-
the chest, you could roll 0.
Natural
You'll
No,
10.
I rolled his right leg actually.
Okay, then how much damage?
Natural 10.
4.
So 7.
So 7 to your legs, no damage. She's like, dink, dink. He seems
I'm checking where the weak spots are. Eyeballs good, chest legs no.
apparently. Who knew? Good thing you're a doctor.
I'm the
You understand
I'm the
that.
doctor.
I'm the doctor.
Doctor, man.
All right, Quirk, you're in a grapple. So here are your.
do that
Oh yeah,
sedative thing.
yeah. So you're at -20.
Nope, I failed that
So
one.
now you're at -30.
I need a natural 1 to pass that.
Or you can spend. Oh no, you're in a grapple, so this is the only thing you can do.
Grappling's
So
awesome.
the target options, you can try to break free
Yeah.
Okay.
by doing an opposed strength
Would have
test.
known.
Okay.
But remember, you're at -30 for all your tests right
Also
now.
at plus a lot.
I'm not doing anything.
No, that doesn't
I'll
give you
go fall
plus
over.
to your strength. It gives you
Back
plus to your
push,
strength
call it
bonus.
timber.
So if you were
Oh, so I
fighting
can't
him in
even do-
close,
yeah.
it doesn't give
Okay.
it. That's the difference between the two. Remember.
Okay.
You can try to break it with an opposed strength, and then you'd have a half action after that, so you could use the psychic power. You could try to slip free by doing an acrobatics test, and then you have a half action. Yeah, you don't know. Don't even try that. You could try to take control by making a opposed strength test.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah, so you basically have to do an opposed strength test.
All right.
So let's do that. So strength test, you're at -30.
No,
Nope.
because of the sedative. The sedative is key.
Yeah,
Do I roll?
Yeah, do a strength test.
I make it.
Okay.
Choking the life out of him.
He's falling asleep.
Yeah, you can see him struggling, and he's getting tired. Yeah, you're just like repeatedly
That's what I'm
smacking
doing with
him.
the rich.
Like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. He just spits out a tooth, and you're like, oh no. It's all right. All right, Dave. So you're controlling the grapple. So here are your options. You can try to damage him, you can try to throw him down, or you can try to push him. Which of those sounds?
Don't let go of him.
Before we even go over the rules of it, which sounds like what you want to do?
Whichever one where I don't let go of them.
None of them let
Bite
go of
his
him.
ear.
None of them I let go of them? When I push them, I don't let go of them?
Push. You can force your grappled opponent to move.
Closer lured.
And it just lets you push him 1 meter in the direction of your choice.
If I like turn his body so that his body is in between
me.
me and Lured, would
Yes.
that give him a bonus?
Yes, I would allow
Then I'll
it to
do
happen.
that.
I'll make it only -10 rather than -20.
I'll
So
do
you're gonna
that.
try to turn him around and be like, "Take this, David!"
Yeah.
There's a demon.
Okay, so a post strength test again.
You
There's
win.
a demon in the place.
I fail
But you beat me.
by 2 degrees.
Wow, that is loud. Okay, so you fail by 2 degrees.
Zombies.
Zombies.
But you still beat him. So you managed to turn around.
Okay.
That's our heater, unfortunately. So
Wow.
it
Yeah,
gets really loud. Well, we can't stop in the middle of a fight.
Legal to hold the
And we gotta finish this encounter. Sorry for the clunking. I just got to put up with it. Think of it being him trying to
it's
rig
part
it
of the
free.
fight.
It's the wrench.
It's the wrench.
Okay. All right, Josh.
I'm
Now you get an extra +10 because now you're in short range,
Yep.
and an extra +10 because it's not -20, it's -10.
This is
So 20 higher than before. Can you hit him? That's what's gonna matter. So it's stupid last pistol.
No.
Come on, Josh.
Did you miss?
How many,
You with the bonus you missed?
him so much!
how many degrees of failure?
Like 4.
Okay, so you miss wildly. You're not even anywhere near him.
They're moving around too much.
He's just like cha 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 cha. I'm getting there.
Oh my god.
They're warning shots. Stop fighting.
Steve.
Just whack him again. I hit him in the head. Take 6.
Nope. So it just conk, and then the sound it makes when it hits the skull does not sound like that. Like what? It sounds like that, like you're hitting metal or something. Not actually metal, but it's just way harder than it should be. Like that, all your medical knowledge is like, why is that cracking? The bone should crack with this kind of force. Quick.
I need a natural 1. Nope.
Unconscious.
Twist run, baby. You got you.
No, it's okay. The memory of Festus Duberstein will live on in the hearts of all those who knew him.
I'm gonna go check on Mr. Business.
Okay, hold on. So he falls unconscious in your arms as you can see him just fully going limp and just falling to the ground.
I think he's unconscious.
I'm gonna cut his head off.
So he slumps to the ground, unconscious, and now Luca, your character would normally be dead. One of the mechanics in the game, which I said you weren't going to be allowed to use, is to burn a fate threshold to be able to stay alive. I'm going to rescind that previous order, so you can burn your 1 fate threshold. So
Because you love Festus so much.
No. It's because I can't use my Deus Ex Machina trick to bring you back from the dead.
Okay.
But you're going to stay at 7 critical.
We followed.
I'm at 12.
No,
Or
your health is 0. Your critical 7. You're still in critical, like you're burnt, you're hurt, and you're lying on the ground unconscious.
It was at like negative 12 critical.
There's a reason why I'm keeping you alive, as you'll find out in a moment.
I'm not going out without Festus Duberstein.
All right, you need a katana, the relic blade.
It gives me courage.
Now I'm going to give you. I want you to remember this. You're going to have -10 on any test you have to make for the rest of this session.
Sick.
Session? I can
Yes.
live with that.
Yeah. So it's going to hurt pretty bad. And now you have 0 fate threshold. So
It's okay, fate was useless.
Yeah, you kept. I kept not doing anything for you.
I was ill-fortuned, and I had 7+ to fate fails. I'd do the reroll, and I'd fail anyways. I'm like, I'm not even going to bother this.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll to see if the.
So wait, so that means you're fine and you were just lying on the floor taking a nap while we were dealing with Demon Quirk?
No, I was.
No, he's
No, he's hurt. He's just not dead.
Oh, okay.
I imagine myself like a video game character, like turning to a pile of ash upon a fiery death.
Yeah,
Like,
No. It burned you all over, so you can hear him moaning on the ground. You can see you've grappled him to the ground, and he's unconscious. And you're staying there with your last pistol. You can still hear the firefight behind you. You're not quite sure what it is yet, because all this all happened in like, how many rounds did we do? 7 or 8 rounds. So that's like a couple minutes at most, not even. Actually, that's like a minute because it's 5 seconds per round. So it's not even like a minute or 2 has passed since all of this happened. You just see him go crazy, and everybody's like, ah! And then you're like, and then he's on the ground. And that's the end of that. So, what do you do next?
I'm going to try to chop him apart.
Okay, he's unconscious. He's not dead. So what are you going to do? Are you going to try to put him out of his misery?
Yeah. We'll put him down. Put him in
How?
this-
How are you going to do so? Don't get too graphic. But just give me an
I'm
idea.
at this point realizing I have nothing sharp except for my combi. In my combi tool, I'm going to start pulling out something sharp. I'm going to remove his head.
Okay, you're going to try to start removing his head.
I'm going to take off his head.
So you pull it up, and as you start to pierce his neck, and you have to push really hard, you can feel that it's harder. All of a sudden, he screams out in pain.
Ah, fine. Shut up!
And you can feel the
Ah! Really? Wait. Ah! Hold on. Ah! Ah!
Try hitting his body.
What are you doing?
I don't mind Wet Willie's in person. I don't mind Wet Willie's in character or out of character.
What?
That's
I'm just gonna move over to his chart body and hit that body.
Yeah. You just heard him.
Come here a minute.
You bop him on the head?
Yeah.
It hurts.
I tried to parry.
Okay, go ahead. Do weapon skill roll off. Both of you. You fail.
I'm pretty good.
You bop him in the head.
Ow!
And it's even a headshot, isn't it?
Yes.
But are you trying to hurt him?
No.
You're
Just
just like
if he
just a
groans.
clunk. No, he doesn't groan from that.
We gotta put you down.
That might be.
He's unconscious. It was just really in pain as he did all that.
I'm pretty sure Matt here is linked to Canto myself, so if we try to hurt each other, we're just really hurting ourselves. This is the best way to stop us from fighting.
I don't. One more time. Ah! Alright, I am certain now that they are connected.
Good, through preliminary testing.
So do you want to treat?
I'm gonna go treat him, I guess.
All right, now you're in a hospital.
Wait a minute. Now you just knock it off.
He's unconscious and burnt.
It up.
Like he's gonna die if he's not treated.
Alright, I'm gonna drag his body a couple more feet away from his body.
Okay.
And try one more time.
It still hurts.
Alright, let's heal him up.
All right, so
Let's
you're
give him
actually
some treatment. Quick,
okay. So
quick.
you realize as a trained medical professional somehow, or not really trained medical.
I was a garbage man. I read a book. I just got really smart while running away from space plague.
You realize that the room, the intensive care room, will actually have better equipment in there, so you can drag his body in there.
Better than his wrench.
Better than your wrench and your
Come
servo
on.
skull. Well, he is in
Right.
he's in critical care. He's in critical damage. So
Let's bring
he drag his body.
Uberstein over to the thing.
What do you do with Cantos?
I'm leaving him there.
Okay.
One more time.
This delay, we're further apart.
Alright, let's bring. Actually, we'll drag them both in.
Okay, drag them both in, and you throw them on one of the beds and you start to work on them. So let's do a Medicaid test now. It's
Real quick, before that happens, I want to make sure there's a steady feed of
sedative into him.
Sedative into him.
Okay, so you set that up.
on the bed.
And yes, there are straps on the bed.
Okay, I'm gonna help strap him.
So you strap them on. You set up the sedative.
I'm also writing runes on the straps. I don't know if they're gonna do anything, but I'm getting crazy.
You're just kind of like writing
Yeah.
stuff. Things
I
that you.
believe these runes will help.
Tanak, that doesn't help at all.
Okay.
And then you're gonna go treat him. Now,
Yes.
now he's critically injured, so that would make it really hard. But you have a lot of
Yes.
medical stuff around you, so we're gonna give you a -20 to your Medicaid.
Okay.
You got to stabilize this guy.
He's fine.
How many degrees of success?
30, 40, 60. Exactly 2.
2 degrees of success. Okay, so you're stabilized. You're not gonna die anymore, and you can remove D10 critical damage.
4. I meant just 3.
Okay, well that's better than before. Now you're stabilized, so you're no longer bleeding out or anything like that.
I put butter on your buns.
Butter?
It was margarine. It was margarine.
Margin.
You're not.
Margin.
There's no butter around here.
No space butter.
So he didn't die, right?
Well, he looked like he died, but
Did he die?
no, he didn't die. Like in this case, it wasn't him dying and coming back to life like the other times. This time, like he was just knocked down and critically
There's
injured.
a couple more things I think are necessary.
What's that?
We're gonna gag Demon Quirk, and I'm gonna rip that pendant off.
Okay, it's just around his neck.
All right.
So you take it away from him,
Yeah.
and you gag him. Oh, you gotta
You
rub
want
it.
to carry that pendant?
Isn't that my lucky pen?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'm gonna give it to.
He's got the least corruption of everybody.
I'm the least corruptible.
Yeah. Okay, so you have a couple minutes before the next thing happens.
When I
Pendants.
thoroughly examined Luke or Duberstein's body, what did I find that was weird?
Nothing.
Oh no, yes, we did.
Well, he's been
He's
burned.
got a malignant.
No,
Yeah.
my,
Oh,
my-
right.
yeah.
What's your malignancy?
Oh, it's gonna be 7th toe.
A 7th toe.
find
He already had a
this-
6th.
Kind of similar. Now I was aware of the 6th. I go,
Yeah.
oh, that's odd. I'm gonna check if he's missing a toe.
He's not.
Okay.
So he spread a new
7th
toe.
Interesting.
Yeah. Your shoes are really crammed now. It's very uncomfortable.
I wear 2 sides. Oh, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. You don't wear sandals anymore because people make fun of you even more than they did before.
I also
When would you
hate
ever,
sandals.
ever have the occasion? I'm
You're gagged.
All right. Any discussions you guys want to have amongst yourselves?
Yeah, what the heck happened?
I'm a corpse.
Also, where's Lured again? He's just shooting the hallways.
Dang, dang. Okay, well, where'd the good doctor go in all this?
He ran away. He's nowhere in sight.
Dang it.
The good dog.
Okay.
Well, we lost your girlfriend.
He's gonna.
his sister. I mean, his brother.
Can I get a look down the hallway where the gunfire
He's gonna come to life and try to kill us
Try to
again.
gauge like how
We're just
far
gonna
away
have
this
to
is.
leave
It's not too
It's
far,
their problem.
and it's slowly approaching.
I don't know
You
what-
can
I don't
hear
know what
shouting. And you hear auto gun fire. You hear
here's
blast
the
fire.
thing.
You hear
He's
flamer
connected to
fire.
him.
Like you hear some pretty heavy stuff.
Well,
Alright, we gotta go.
He goes back
I
in the
think
room.
we gotta go slow because I'm not sure how far away Duberstein can get away from the.
I'm
demon court.
unconscious, right?
No.
No, you're conscious now.
I am conscious.
He's treated you.
okay.
You're conscious. You're hurt. You got 2nd-degree burns, 3rd-degree burns in some
Oh yeah.
places.
Can you?
But he's applied
help me?
the
Oh,
proper.
can I patch us up? It's gonna take too long.
You can if you have a couple minutes. So you'll do. How damaged are you? Are you in critical?
I am critical,
Okay, well then.
but it says always heal as if lightly damaged.
Yeah, that's when you're just waiting. He's going to do a Medicaid test, so it'll be a little different. So you're not as damaged, so I'll give you a -10 to the Medicaid. So go ahead, Medicaid -10.
Got it. By
How
2.
many degrees?
2 degrees.
Just 2 degrees again? Okay, so you can get your D10, roll D10, and get that much damage back. Now, and you can add your toughness bonus to this because it'd be all
My
well,
current or my?
Your current.
No, the current, yeah.
Okay, so 3.
So 8. So it'll get rid
Yeah.
of how much critical did you have?
I had 3.
So then you get that 3 back, and then 5 more.
Okay.
Oh no! Put a band-aid on my elbow. I got a couple scratches.
Are you critically damaged?
Nope.
So are you lightly or heavily damaged?
How
much
I
damage
think
have you
it's 7
taken?
of my 10. That's heavy, right?
That's heavy, yes. Well, it depends on your toughness bonus. What's your toughness bonus?
My toughness bonus is 3.
Okay, yeah, you're heavily damaged.
I failed by 2%.
There was no modifier.
I failed by 2%. I rolled really high. I needed an 82.
So hold on. It would be your Medicaid because they're not in critical, so you'd have your Medicaid. You might have actually passed it.
Okay.
But hold on a second. Let me just get the skill. I'm just trying to remember exactly how it worked. Medicaid. So first aid, Medicaid, if -10 if you're heavily damaged, and then you have the care around you, it's giving you +30. So you actually have a
then
+20.
plus 30. Yeah, I got it then.
Okay, so if you
need
succeed,
100
you
I need
remove an amount
102.
of damage from your patient yourself equal to your intelligence bonus, plus 1 additional per degree of success. What are you rolling?
My damage.
No. Your
I need
intelligence bonus.
5.
Plus how many degrees of success did you get?
I had 3. 4.
So you get 9.
Yeah.
You get 9 health
I
back.
had a 100% chance of passing.
Unless you roll double 0. I'd probably make that fail. Okay, so you're back to full health. You really heal yourself. So you're seeing them like patching themselves up and stuff as you're
I was-
watching.
I'm
gonna heal your
I'm
gun.
gonna try to rummage around, try to see if we can find anything interesting or helpful.
Now you
in
do
this
have
book
the.
or anything.
Now, just to remind you, you did have that information and the stuff that you learned in that one office.
I've been distracted.
Okay, I know. I get it. You didn't have a chance to talk about it. I'm just saying that you were given that.
While I'm patching everybody up, I'm like, hey, Lord, go check that noise out, but don't go too far.
He did already.
Oh,
He checked it
Yeah, I
out.
already did. They're getting close.
What's
We
going on
gotta
out
go.
there? Who's they?
I don't know. They've got guns and they're shooting, so
So you
I
did-
don't
yeah,
want to find out.
You didn't check it out. You just heard. We guys are just celebrating because they killed all the lumps of stuff.
They killed all the lumps of
Tick,
stuff.
tick, 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 tick. Yeah, they're doing what he was doing, just firing into the ceiling, right?
You check it out.
Nope. Let's go.
All right, Luca, you're up. Go check it out.
I'm just
What were you
gonna-
doing?
He's burnt and on the table.
I-
You're healing
I
him
know.
right now.
I
Right
know.
now, you're
Sawed off
right.
at your toe.
Right, you're
Just
right.
need this.
It grows back.
Yeah, just like as soon as it goes off, it grows back. We're
All
not-
right, so where
seventh
do
toe
we
stub.
stand here? We have Demon Quirk strapped to a bed, tied down and unconscious. Drugs pumping in constantly.
I'm
Lost
dead.
your girlfriend.
I'm near death.
You're fine. You're good.
He's the one that gave her
I'm
flowers.
dragging my katana behind me as I walk around.
Thought I could let you know that.
I'm too afraid to.
You
I'm too
horrible
afraid to look at
person, you.
Mr. Business and see.
Oh yeah, did Mr. Business get roasted?
I'm too afraid to look. I can't.
Did Mr.
If
Business
I,
get roasted?
if I didn't roast Mr. Business,
I'm too afraid to look.
Because you hold on to them the whole time,
He's
right?
on my belt the entire time.
Okay,
You got the
I'll-
bird?
he's
What's
probably
my veterinary
roasted.
skill?
He's got a 80% chance of being roasted. So you roll 20 or less, and he's not roasted.
All right, here goes red die. He's roasted. Mr. Business.
So you turn, you look,
Mr. Business is dead. ladies
and he's
and
just cooked, like totally cooked.
Mr. Business
I
is dead.
suggest
This is
we
the
have a
darkest
quick
thing
meal.
that's happened the entire
the
campaign.
This is the only character I've been sad about.
Comfort rat.
it's well cooked with psychic flames.
Do you?
I'm sure it has no
I hope
corruption
you
in it
feel
whatsoever.
bad.
Sad.
I hope you feel bad.
I was terrified of Mr. Business.
Hey, you're unconscious.
Stop talking. Whack him in the head.
Okay. We gotta get going. I know I keep sticking around with you people. Everything was fine.
Get going
I had
where?
that office.
Get going where?
I don't know, not here.
Where are we gonna go? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go, Lord?
That way.
What's that way? You just pointed at Luca.
He just pointed at a wall.
Yeah.
So we're in a
We're gonna
war.
go that way.
We don't know if it exits that way. We hear gunfire that way. No one wants to
We're
check
gonna
it
go
out.
opposite the gunfire.
Where are we trying to go?
No idea. We came here for her sister. She dead.
Let's go! Anywhere!
Ah! Oh, finally! Somebody finally! Yes, we're gonna leave! My ammo sack!
He dropped
Is that
your
one of
bottle.
your grenades?
There we go. Let's go. We're gonna live.
I would love to go.
Okay,
Where
we're
am I
going
going?
opposite the gunfire.
All right,
Okay,
we've
sounds good.
decided to
Whatever.
go.
All right, so we're going opposite. So you're gonna head back out to the hallway
Where are
where
we
you heard the
going?
gunfire, and then head the opposite direction.
Sure.
We don't want to talk about that. We're just gonna go.
I don't know where we're going.
Neither do I. We're just gonna go though.
I'm just gonna go anywhere.
Let's go.
So you got this guy. What are you doing with him?
We're just strapping the man unconscious. There's drugs pumping into him.
You're just gonna leave him?
Oh yeah.
He's connected to him.
We don't know how far.
Yeah, whatever. I'm good.
So you limp up. You're like, yeah, let's go.
I'm trying to keep up as best I can. I got the katana dragged behind me.
Let me deal with the gunfire.
Do you have a knife? At least stick it in his heart before we leave.
Okay, no, I got this. Take care of. Okay, everybody, everybody go.
I did a
Go.
bunch of experiments. It's not a good idea.
Out the room.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, right.
Yeah, don't stab him in the heart.
It was 30 seconds ago.
Don't stab him in the heart.
I got
That'd
a
be
5-second memory. I'm not gonna
There
remember.
it is, 30 seconds ago, real time, like 5 minutes. You know what? You're right. Stop.
Just keel over and die. Oh man.
Can I repair his memory?
Okay, we all leave in the room. It's gonna be time to leave the room.
I don't
I limp
We
behind
haven't
you.
looked around. We don't know. I don't know.
Opposite the gunfire.
What do I see?
I'm
opposite
just
the
gonna
gunfire?
start walking opposite the
You
gunfire.
just walk
Okay,
into a
well,
wall?
okay. So first off, you're inside. So you're gonna have to leave the brain trauma ward to go back to the hallway,
The intensive care.
and the intensive care part of the brain trauma ward. You get back to the hallway, and then you would go opposite the gunfire. So there's no way right here to go opposite the gunfire. You have
Can I
to
real quick
leave.
grab his sister's chart? I didn't check that before I unplugged it.
Yeah. You gonna spend some time to read it right
No,
now?
I'll read it later. So
Please grab it.
Because we have to go now, so we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more information there.
Yeah, you never know. You never know, right? So you just pocket that?
Yeah.
All right, so you head back out towards the hallway, and that's when across the doorway that you're looking at, that you're about to walk out, a huge gout of flame just goes whoosh,
Oh, they're here to roast everybody again.
and
Good
it just
job,
burns down. Remember, you're afraid of fire.
Good thing we waited here for so long.
Oh my god, no! I have to try to control it.
Instinctively hold out your hand. All right, give me a willpower test. Now, hold on, this one is what, a plus
Plus
20?
20.
Plus 20.
Who? Everybody?
I have
No,
a
just
pendant.
him.
Oh no, you're the pendant.
I do have a pendant.
You don't want the pendant.
Is that an 80?
Why'd you give me the pendant if you don't
I
want
need.
it?
I don't know. I don't know. I
It's
felt
an
like
evil pendant.
3 degrees.
3 degrees?
Yeah.
And you gain...
I can't remember.
D5 corruption?
how much
count?
corruption do you
I think
get
it was-
every time that
I
you
can't
use?
remember if it's corruption or insanity.
No,
Was
it's
it
corruption.
I think it's D5.
How did you gain the
D5
psychic
sounds
thing?
right.
Remind me how you became a psychic again?
I got corruption. That turned me into a psychic.
Oh, right. It was
He's got a little mark.
I just wanted to know
Yeah,
where...
I got this, my weird neck.
Yeah. Let me just look it up. Wah! That's water. Yeah.
No, my powers.
Yeah.
No, my powers. It's just
He's trying to
water.
grab some paper towel.
It's water. It'll evaporate.
What's with the team?
I know, but I want to not have it soak into the everything. Okay, yeah, you became a psyker. Blah 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 blah. No, it wasn't a mutation.
Now that he's gone, can we just put him out of our misery? So we can figure out what we're
No,
gonna
he's
do.
actually gone for real.
Where is
Just
it?
take
Oh no,
seconds
it was
to
a
take
mutation.
look around instead of keep run.
It was a mutation. Okay, yeah, psychic power.
Mutation?
Whenever you attempt to use a power, you gain D5 corruption points.
1.
Oh, only one?
What'd you roll?
One.
You rolled a natural one.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to become corrupt? I know you're like, I want to become a demon.
He wants to hit that 100.
I have 51.
Oh,
Yeah, you're barely over
Can
halfway
you just
there.
find a lighter or a match by bullets?
Now, do you know you just attempted to manifest?
No,
it?
no, he
I
doesn't.
I
He's
didn't
just
know.
he instinctively reached his hand forward and just kind of felt a little queasy.
I did a
little
Jedi,
queasy.
I reached out.
You see him hold out his hand, and
And nothing happened.
You think that you notice a flicker in the flame of this torrent of fire going, and then the fire abates.
Oh, I think I did that.
You're like, and the fire stops.
I'm a witch.
Which we're gonna wait for Josh to get back.
Yeah, we need to not go this way. We need
There's
to.
a lot of ways we shouldn't go.
We should probably
Yeah.
take a look around
Hey, go ahead.
at our.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Wait, Luca. Hey, where? It's cool.
Maybe 2. I'm doing this.
Oh.
I failed. No, I failed.
Get a paper towel. You're not having a conversation.
Yeah, like really.
Jeez, how long does it take to get paper towels?
Paper towel
Like
anywhere.
lured. Just left the room.
It's, a-
None.
it's evaporated. All right, it's already evaporated.
Is that my paint cloth?
My paint cloth.
Okay. Where'd you get it?
It's like
Oh,
all gone.
nice.
already.
I know it's already soaked into the gaming mat. Well, we're testing just how waterproof these gaming mats are.
I assume they're
Well,
pretty
sorry, you should have used something spill-proof.
They're neoprene, so very.
Well, no, they soaked it up. It just doesn't matter that it soaked it up. We'll just try. It'll be fine. Thank you. Okay, so you're standing there. The flame just went across the doorway. And then all of a sudden, through the doorway comes a couple of armed guards. Not security guards, though.
You're up.
And they come rushing in.
We're with you.
Yeah.
I'm nudging Pringles here. Like, Thomas, there's a witch in the back.
And they come in. There's actually 3 of them that come in. 2 of them with auto guns, and one with a big flamer comes around the corner. How do you react? Do you roll for initiative, or do you have anything else you want to do?
I want to say something to him.
I have full trust in Price Pringles here.
All right, so Price, you're standing there at the door as they run in, and what do you say?
Ignore all the blood. This is surgical blood.
What do you say?
What do we look like?
You wear my hazmat
He's
suit.
Am I
burnt.
still wearing the hazmat suit?
He's just half. I
We
guess.
haven't taken it off yet.
I guess you kind of have it, but it's
not
No,
burned,
you
right?
give it- no,
Yeah.
you
Oh
give
no,
it
I do
back.
have it back. I'm sorry.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you have
dig
back
it
on.
I'm wearing a hazmat suit full of surgical blood.
And I'm a charred corpse.
Yeah, he's all
He's all
burnt up.
burnt.
You're burnt up a bit. You're fine. He's just standing there, kind of just standing there with his pistol. But you all do have your weapons out.
There's a big lump of stuff over there. And it almost killed us. And it's gonna kill you.
And they're just standing there.
I'm like, oh, we're the brain trauma award. Don't mind him.
Oh, the brain trauma wards are like kickback every time.
Except you're wearing. Except you all have weapons.
No, it's a wrench.
Do a deceive test.
We're with you. Here's the 0-1.
91.
91?
I think I failed that.
Yeah. Yeah, you failed it. And so they stand there and they say, "Drop your weapons now!" Now.
I dropped my weapon.
Anybody not drop their weapon?
I wasn't holding a weapon.
I wasn't holding a weapon.
You're holding a wrench.
Yeah, it's a wrench.
They know a wrench can be a weapon. And they also notice blood all over your wrench. And the dents where you crush skulls with it.
tool.
Yeah,
I
wrench.
was repairing hips, guys.
I was fixing bone.
So you hold on to your wrench?
John, he said drop weapons. It's a wrench. Drop it.
Stop swinging it near me.
This thing is pretty heavy. Yeah, you're about to prove how not. Did you drop your weapon? What do you have? Because you had.
I didn't have a weapon.
That's right, because you grappled him.
Yeah.
He had already dropped it way back there and forgot to pick it back up.
Apparently.
Do you put your hands up?
Yes.
All right. They're standing there for a second, just kind of surveying it, and all of a sudden they part, and a woman walks through the door.
Dang it.
That was the Inquisition.
And you recognize her, because you saw her back at the quarantine. She was patrolling the quarantine when she looked over at you and Cantos. Is that you can yeah, keep your hands up. Real life, come on, keep your hands up. See how long you can do this. As long as you can do it, your characters can do it. And she walks in, and she looks around. She's like, "Who on earth are you guys?" It's like,
Nobody's.
"There's 4
I'm just a doctor here.
And then she looks. She's like, "Wait, there's 4 of you. Was there a 5th of you?
There was.
Jump.
Where is he?"
There was never
In
a
the back.
fifth of us.
In the back.
He's-
The brain trauma ward, intensive care ward.
I should have killed you twice.
You were the worst.
You're saying there never was.
There was never a fifth of us.
No, there was
I can
something
take
wrong
you
with
there.
him. There was. Me too. There's something wrong with him.
Yep.
I'm a doctor here, and these 2 are liars.
He was shooting out psychic evil black flames.
I don't even know what that is.
Loyal servant of the Emperor.
Loyal servant of the Emperor here.
I was just doing surgery.
There were 6 of us. There weren't ever 5 of us.
I dropped to my knees.
There was
Ah!
6.
Single here, Mr. Business.
Wow, you're red.
And she motions to one of the guys, "Go check out the back." And he walks past you towards the intensive care ward of the brain trauma ward. Apparently that's what we're calling it.
The blue line.
Follow the blue line. The guards.
That's all I do. I just mutter. The blue line.
Follow the blue line. Stop, Uncle. I will hit you with my wrench tool.
All right, so the rest of the guards, she's like, put them over in that corner. And they motion for you to go to this one
go.
corner.
Yep.
Anybody resist?
No!
No reason to resist.
You don't resist? Okay. So you go over there, and the guard comes back. He's like, he's back there.
Yes, he is.
And he actually wheels out the bed with Cantos lying on it.
I shudder.
With all the... and you can see her look down at him. Okay. And she's like, he was with all of you. And she pulls out something that you recognize from looting the body. The body back when where you got the heavy stubber, you found that symbol, you didn't know what it was.
Yep.
And you recognize it's the same symbol. It's a big eye with a couple things on it. And she goes, I am Inquisitor Dalbeck. I'm with the Inquisition. We are hunting down the... Oh, where's the name of it? Of course. Oh, we'll just say that for now. We are hunting down the Workers' Union of Rebirth for the heretical work, which now I have proof that you are all part of.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of the Workers' Union?
I have. I can give you more details, I swear. I can tell you everything you need to know. Don't torture me.
Like, what do you know?
We woke up one day, tattoos on our necks. Who's we? We all woke up and we went to work a normal day, and weird things, odd things started happening. Sanctuary started coming
you
for us.
turning in your friends.
And then we all noticed these odd tattoos on our back, and they were similar to this workers' union. I was told to infiltrate it by my supervisor, Derek! I'm not lying, I swear. I'm not lying.
I think my guy's jaw just dropped. Oh my goodness.
Go ask Derek at the manufacturer.
Well, tell me now everything you know about the ritual and how you took part in it.
Oh god. Okay, it's gonna sound weird.
I like how your hands are still like you're sitting down.
I'm on my knees. Oh, I'm sitting down. I'm doing both. Yeah.
You're on your knees on the chair?
I thought I was on the ground.
No, you're sitting on the chair right now. They put you down and you're all sitting in the corner.
Okay, I calm.
Does anybody else want to say something too? It's okay, you can keep going.
I would love to.
You're unconscious.
I know.
Yeah. So we were running from all the commotion. Just because. How long has this whole event been going on for?
A few days.
Day and a half.
Like
seven to 8 minutes.
I was gonna say like.
No, it's been a few days.
These last few days, honestly, the work's just been go to work, go home, go to work, go home, and then this, the workers' union symbols, zombies, a plague, purge, fire.
Okay, you're not giving me any useful information
Okay,
here.
okay.
Obviously, you're trying to deceive me. We're gonna have to bring you in for interrogation.
Oh, do I know what that means?
You have an idea that it's not gonna be pleasant.
Okay. Whoa. We were running in the hospital.
Unless you can give me some useful information.
Does the name Rosa ring a bell?
Well, how does it ring a bell to you?
Rosa will be the means by which a rebirth will happen.
There was.
I like to
There
separate
was
the quote
His
group.
hands up.
I don't follow this quote, but yes,
I just
there is
met
that
these
quote.
guys.
You can see her hand move towards.
I'm a doctor here.
You can see her hand move towards a mace at her side. She pulls it out. You recognize it as a holy symbol.
I have no association with that.
Steve! It's going everywhere, man!
He's committed.
It's a Sandlot dog! Oh, come on!
No, give me a toughness test. Give me a toughness test. Or you throw up a little in your mouth, but you manage.
Come on!
But you manage to swallow it. And she looks over at you.
Oh, Mr. Business does not taste good coming back up.
I didn't know you guys ate Mr. Business. That's super messed up. I must have been zoning.
And she's like,
He died in the ritual room.
What are you pointing
All right,
to?
Inquisitor.
It's a pot of plant, dude.
no, he's in the room
No,
now.
he's in the-
I've been trying to escape these heretics for days. Days. I have information.
He's our leader.
What's the information you have?
Well,
Tell me now.
I found a data pad. I'll give you the data pad.
Where's the data pad?
Can I put my hand down?
All the guns kind of point at you, slowly.
All you guys are pointing at him. I'm just
Faster.
And when I mean, and when I say slow, I mean.
Okay, I'll just hand over that data pad.
She opens it up. Mm-hmm. Oh.
He says
Wow.
that weird quote.
No, this is the stuff he found in the cushy room.
Oh yeah, by the way, forgot to mention Lord Lobby, Tonsor Primus, Hyperion Guard, loyal servant of the Emperor.
We shall see. We shall see.
So just a doctor here.
What do the rest of you know about this information?
Nothing.
He didn't share it with us yet. I'm sure he would have.
I've been trying to escape these heretics. Heretics, all of them.
They're heretics. Well, how have they been involved in this scheme then?
I don't know, I've been trying to avoid them.
He's been with us since the beginning.
They kidnapped me and took me to some cult.
We did not kidnap you.
Under the sewers.
Do a deceive check.
Is that not the truth?
To be fair,
That you kidnapped him?
Oh.
He kind of.
I passed by a ton.
Okay.
That's like,
You actually know deceive?
yeah, no, I do. I've got,
Oh, two
and I've
levels
got a
of it.
rank in it too. So
Okay,
I
how
needed
much
to
do you
roll a
pass by?
46, I rolled a 15, so that's what, like 5 degrees?
All right, I'm gonna do a scrutiny test.
Visitor scrutiny.
Yeah. She narrows her eyes at you. What is your defense?
That's the same thing. That's exactly what happened.
That you did kidnap him and brought him to the cult?
I was one of the other ones kidnapped.
I was okay. I was there voluntarily only through infiltration.
He was blindfolded. He didn't see me, but I was also kidnapped.
Yup.
Okay. All right, give me a deceive test.
I was also, this would be no problem. Is that 30?
It's a-
Do you want to know how much I passed by?
yes.
Okay, so deceive. Plus 10.
Nice.
4 degrees?
Yeah.
4 degrees pass.
All right. So you're saying that the two of you were kidnapped by these three individuals and brought to the workers' union.
He wasn't one of the ones that kidnapped.
So who kidnapped you?
Well, I wasn't.
He was blindfolded, so he may have thought it was us, but it wasn't us.
Was it?
So who kidnapped you?
Tell them it wasn't me. Oh, I was.
Oh, it was definitely you. You were definitely one of the ones, you traitor.
Okay, we've been taking a lot of drugs here in the hospital. Let me try to explain. It was a giant. His name was Jermaine.
That's
Oh
true.
my
He was a
gosh.
mutant dove creature.
Hold on, there's a mutant now?
I think the one in the bed was colluding with him.
The what? The one in the bed.
Yeah, we were just trying to help him.
Did you not come across
He tried
him
to
in
kill
the
us.
lower levels? He was in the lower levels. Very tall abhuman.
There was a lot of people we came across. I don't recall a tall abhuman.
Is he dead?
He's still out there then!
Go get him!
They were guarding this room of dying people.
Before I escaped the cult.
And so how did you come
Why
across
don't
your...
you tell us what you're looking for?
What... You think I know? That's the best part of all this. So you're telling me that you were kidnapped, but not by them, to work in the workers' union and perform the ritual which brought this demon host to being.
That sounds that's
Yes.
accurate,
Yes.
So who kidnapped you?
I
It
think
must have been the workers' union.
I guess to be fair, we were kind of lulled into the workers' union through false promises.
You're just back at the whole story.
So hold on, so you weren't kidnapped?
She bought it.
We were kind of.
Shut up!
We were.
Like I
kidnapped
said,
through
he's
lies.
not with us.
It was like a weird cult.
Like it was kind of a kidnapping, I understand, but apparently not really.
I mean, it was a.
So she goes over and she
Don't
examines.
touch that one.
And she goes, Cantos, and she turns. She goes, I know exactly what he is. I'm just not understanding why he is already here. What you don't realize is there's been a grand ritual, as he understands, because he's read the data pad. It's a grand ritual planned by the workers' union And we have traced it back to this hospital as being one of the junction points, but it wasn't supposed to happen for another few hours. And then we felt the unmistakable triggering of something that corrupted this hospital. So this whole hospital is now excommunicatus traitoris.
I believe I can enlighten that for you. There was
Just want to know the best.
the previous. It's okay. I'm sure she'll understand. We were having an argument, and it came to physical violence. And then
That was the crime.
something happened. He was in the middle of the room, this odd room, and his
Is it
body.
is it a room that had runes and symbols all over it?
I have no idea what they mean.
I don't know what these heretics are talking about. I wasn't there.
It was a dark room. It was dim lighting, and anyways, we were fighting. It went pitch black. I heard a big thud. The lights came back in, and his body was lifeless on the ground. There was blood splatter on the roof, and his lifeless body on the ground, and that's all I know.
You know what? Honestly, you can extrapolate now that we're a bunch of dummies and overpowered. There's your target. Have a good day.
I'm an imbecile.
He's like, oh, you're not going anywhere.
Bye.
You're not going anywhere. So you're trying to tell me that it was you that set off the ritual?
No.
We were
pretty sure it was that one that's off the ritual.
we were fighting, and then he died.
He attacked.
So you fought him
Yes.
in the middle of the ritual circle.
I didn't know it was a ritual circle.
So you unknowingly fought a psyker
What's a psyker?
in the middle of the ritual circle, and you set it off.
Are you saying that's what happened?
You are the most lucky, ridiculously stupid individual I've ever met.
But he had a sweet katana, that's probably why.
Have you seen my blade?
You realize that I've been here for years fighting the workers' union, trying to figure out this grand ritual, finally putting all the pieces together, realizing I was a little too late, and you guys set it off early and frustrate all their plans.
You're welcome.
So you did that on purpose.
I think
Yes.
you're coming to it. I mean,
I already know you didn't, so don't try to lie to me again.
I'm not saying we did it on purpose. I'm saying that.
So you're not with this group?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
We're not with
Are
any
we
group.
Tried to escape
heroes
them.
of the Hab?
No, kill him first.
We're not with any group. We're barely with each other.
We need to exorcise the demon out of this guy. You are all coming with me. All of you. Tie them up.
I
I resist.
I'm not cool being tied up with you.
Whatever.
The guns are pointing at you. All
Ba-ba-ba-da.
right, they tie you up.
I'm on board.
You're on board?
I like not
Do you
having
resist?
holes in me.
Do you resist?
With guns pointed at me, no.
Okay, and a flamer.
Definitely not.
You can see the pilot light of the flamer on right
How
now.
many guards?
There's 3 of them and her.
Alright, so they're chaining. I'm running. I'm just gonna run.
You're gonna start running.
Just start running.
Like
Do an
that scene in
agility test.
Skyrim where he just gets shot. He's what's his name? From Roar instead.
Did you pass the agility test? How many degrees of success did you get? I just rolled a 17. 3. What?
I rolled a
What's your
3.
agility, man?
29, I rolled a 3.
Okay. Oh, let me check what his agility is. Just rolled a 17.
Are you fighting him?
No,
No, he's
I'm running.
He's gonna get shot in the back by an arrow.
If I have,
Oh, you're trying to escape?
Pull the sedative out of my arm when you run by.
no, he got 3 degrees of success as well, so it's tied. All right, so you leap out, and the guy like jumps right behind you, and he's like a meter behind you as you're running down the hallway. He's like right there.
I'm still running.
Right. Okay, he's right behind. Let's do one more opposed agility test.
Oh, this is really.
Made it by.
Oh.
No, his white is the first one. And I made it by 2. And he tackles you right into the ground. Do an opposed strength test, unless you're gonna not resist.
No, dude, I was coming quietly. What are you doing? Come on, man.
I'm not resisting.
I'm not resisting. Fight this guy.
And you can just feel your wrist. Police brutality.
Dude, coordinates.
He drags you
This
back
is
in the room.
ridiculous.
He drags you back in the room. Sorry, everybody with headphones. All right, so he drags you back in the room, and they lead you out. And as he leads you out, you can see that the hallway, part of the hallway, is on fire.
Oh.
Oh crap.
All right, give me a willpower test.
That's from Zen.
And gain D5. Hold on, did you just roll a double? Is that 66?
It is.
Oh! What is going on? All right, first off, get D5 corruption because your character's an idiot. That's not going to put you over any thresholds because you're only at 51. I remember that.
Yeah.
Now give me a D. Hold on, you failed that. You're unsanctioned, so D10, D100 plus 10, please.
65.
Aw.
Nah, I want to fake that.
you want a Perils? The only way I'm getting out of this is demons helping me. Do you actually have it? Do you want to fate that?
No.
Okay, that's good. So sorry, what did you get? 55?
65.
65. Okay, so yeah, you actually do all of a sudden feel this pain as you are assailed by unseen horrors. All of a sudden, you guys are walking along. He's like, ah! He looks at the fire, and they just, bam! Slams into the ground, and you suffer D5 impact damage, ignoring armor but not toughness. So 5 impact damage minus your toughness. It'll be to your body. And you have to test against fear at 2, so minus 10 willpower test.
I'm good.
Okay, so you're not afraid of the fact that you just got assailed by the psychic. And we're going to do a little seditions test from the Inquisitor. And she's very aware, and she turns, and she's like, he's a psyker too. Bind him. And then they put a gag over your mouth.
That's awkward.
So she leads you down the hallway. You're gagged. You're unconscious still. They're just pushing you in the gurney. Lead you to a lift. You can see gunfight. Has been gunfight. You can see dead bodies lying around of the security guards and some of the doctors and nurses and some of the patients as well. There's been some, and even some other guards of what had been working for the Inquisition. And they take you down the lift, come to the front. And they strip you of your weapons too.
Of course.
This is a tool.
Your hands are behind your back. So it doesn't really matter. They took it from you as they tied your hands behind your back as you ran down the hallway
They did a
screaming.
good job of searching us.
Doesn't matter at this point.
As you're stripping weapons, can you go pick up my weapons back there in the other room?
No, they
I
didn't
had
find
a
it.
pipe.
It's a random pipe on the ground. That was my
You
weapon.
don't get my pipe.
All right. And so she takes you out outside of the hospital, which now when you look back, you can see that you can see fire coming from a lot of the windows, and there's nothing happens. You just can't seem to gather your wits together to control fire that's like 100 meters away. I don't know why.
I'm afraid of it.
You are afraid of it. You do feel that panic just setting in. And she brings you into a vehicle, and you drive away from the hospital. So you're all sitting in the vehicle with her. And she's just kind of staring at all of you. She's like, what am I going to do with you? So you're saying you're not with them. You're saying that you inadvertently almost killed a psyker in the ritual square. And what is your story in all of this? How do you guys fit in? Fine, but if you try to do anything, I'll just cut your head off. She takes your gag out.
Spit her face.
Oh, brutal. Oh, man. That's just rude.
He wasn't always like that.
No? Are you saying that he's probably, maybe use the word, feels a little more corrupted than he used to be?
I want to show you some marks of my hands.
I'm not sure what that means, but he's acting different.
Let me, I want to show you some.
Yes, that would use
Did
the
he
word.
used to be nice and now he's not as nice?
He was
She
never
just like
nice.
kids.
Is there
Can I
anything?
pick the locks of my handcuffs?
That would be very hard, but I'll let you try. Security minus, let me make it very hard, so minus 30.
88.
No.
So have you noticed anything unusual happen in the past few days?
Yeah, he grew an extra toe.
You have an extra toe?
I was.
Yeah,
I have a 7th toe.
The 7th toe. So you already had grown an extra toe from before.
I had a birth defect.
Oh, okay. Okay, a birth defect.
Well, I mean, I've always had it as far as long as I remember.
Okay.
That's weird, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people have 6 toes. Don't shame me.
The fact that we are out here is weird. We're usually working.
Yeah, this is we'd be working right
So has anything weird happened in the past 3 days? The whole 3 days has been weird.
Okay. Well, here's what's going to happen next. Somehow you guys have done more work than I have in the past couple of years in a matter of just a few days. Shut up.
I like that.
The Inquisitor says that to your character, not me to Steve. Not me to
No,
Steve.
I knew it was a
She's my
That was
favorite.
totally in character.
Yeah, that was in character. You may want to keep that in your mouth.
Oh!
Hey, your hands are cuffed. Jeez.
No!
Keep your hands behind your back. So we're
He's gonna
gonna
stand in the corner making weird noises. He's trying to be professional, man.
so gross. You're disgusting. So here's how it's gonna go down. The three, we're gonna go and exercise this demon out, and the three of you are gonna work for me. You, after we do thorough interrogation, will be executed.
What's your pay?
It doesn't pay. You work for the Emperor.
I served the Emperor with all my. I just dropped to my knees. I just started like convulsing on the spot. I was just.
So happy.
You will be used without pay until you die. You will serve the Emperor to your finest. Because you've proven to be more resilient than those around you, and you have even mistakenly done my work for me. So I will show my appreciation by offering you this job. What say you?
Yes.
Can I hurt people?
Wait, I have one question. After
Yeah, and we'll even try to control the psychicness that's coming in you. But the moment
What can
you
I
are out of
hurt
control,
people?
you go to the Black Fleets.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you will. One day, you will know what the Black Fleets are.
this exorcism, you're talking about, will we have our friend back?
No.
Okay.
I don't
That's
mean-
the first time I've ever heard you
I mean-
refer to him as your friend.
I was trying. Okay,
I
I
don't
was
have
trying to
to
act like a
garbage
normal
anymore?
person.
Was
I don't
that-
care if
I
he
don't
comes
have to
back.
pull garbage anymore?
No. But this job probably worse than the one that you have. I have to warn you. It'll put you through the worst of circumstances.
As long as I'm upholding the justice of the God Emperor as I was before.
I don't want to do it.
I just want to be clear here.
Something-
It's torture and murder or work for you.
Yes.
Yeah, work for you sounds good.
Torture or murder?
The moment you step out of line, you go to the Black Fleets.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not gonna run. Who would do that?
Yeah. This is good. I will work for you.
You'll work? Yes.
Yes.
You'll
This sounds
swear-
interesting.
you will
Doesn't
swear-
have food.
You will swear your fealty. Well, sometimes.
I'm in.
Well, that's about the same as before.
Sometimes I have food. Will you swear your fealty to the Emperor and to the Inquisition?
I just start muttering out some weird oath that I was thinking
just
of
make-
on the
you're
spot.
making your own oath?
My life for the God Emperor. I will serve you until I die, and my sons will serve you, and their sons will serve you, and their sons, and then his daughter. By this I swear, my life is yours, my God.
All right, you're in.
I just don't want to get murdered and tortured, so I'll do it.
Fair enough.
I just want food, so I'll do it.
But you'll work. You'll work for the Inquisition.
As long as
Root
I'm
out the
fed.
enemies of the Emperor.
Can I watch the exorcism though? 'Cause-
And finish a job that you have unwittingly started.
Oh yeah.
And hunt down the rest of the workers' union, the
I mean,
Collar.
you seem pretty good at it. You're welcome.
Wait. We have to hunt down. We gotta hunt down Jermaine. Can we do this?
I assumed he's dead.
Yeah.
I would assume Jermaine the Mighty is dead.
Any chance I could opt out of that execution?
I'm sorry. Why would you opt out of an execution?
Let's call it even.
He was
And
trying to.
what?
join the workers'
Just like
union.
let you go?
Sounds
You're the one.
great.
You were the one carrying all the information about the workers' union. You're the one that coincidentally had all the information
You know,
that I
come
was
to
looking
think of
for.
it, you're the one that tricked us along the way, helping them out the whole time.
Heretic is heretic.
No, heretic.
Wow.
Excommunicus traitoris for you.
I want to run so fast as soon as that band stops.
And then the band continues on, and the credits start to roll. And then we get some like little after credit scenes
Oh my goodness.
of Cantos being exercised.
Wait, does that hurt? Does that hurt him?
What's that?
Does that hurt him?
Oh yeah, by the way, never mind.
He does feel it happen, but it doesn't hurt him. And then the link is broken as the demon
Okay,
is
good.
exercised
I was
out. And the
gonna
body
say-
is fully burned till there's nothing left but ash.
I almost told this Inquisitor I have a
was
connection to
Kento's
this
hand.
demon host.
This
I
guy-
almost said that.
This guy gets tortured for any information he has. They find out he actually doesn't have any other information.
It was my first day.
And then summarily executed.
Wow.
And
That's
then
dark and I'm
Wow.
sorry.
I can't even like try to get away.
You know what? You know what? You know what? Sure. You have one last chance.
We want to roll against.
You're going to be doing agility, but you're under the guard of the Inquisition, so we're going to make this hard. It's going to be a -20 agility test.
Basic agility?
Just basic agility. Do you have any fate left?
Yep.
Did you reserve a fate?
I did.
Okay.
-20?
-20.
Nope.
Dang it, that was close.
Wait, he gets a chance?
Use your fate.
Okay.
I want to
Do
choose
it.
trying to see.
Sorry.
Nope. Oh, I'm dead.
You're interrogated to death.
Level 9 interrogation.
I don't get a chance to try this game?
How many degrees of failure was
Dude,
that last one?
you're thoroughly unconscious. What are you gonna try to wake
That
up?
second one?
I just wake up and
Yeah.
Like 3.
3 degrees of failure. All right, so you try to escape, and the guards are on your tail, so you can try to stealth one last time. It's going to be very hard. -30 stealth check.
-30?
Stealth check. You're
Yeah, I
right.
passed. I got an 18, so I passed by.
Okay. The after credit says,
4 degrees.
and he was tortured and summarily executed. Except, really, he escaped, and the Inquisition won't tell anybody.
I get that really cool scene where like I'm walking by dressed as one of the guards.
Worst character.
And so he survives and is now a fugitive of the Empire.
We'll
Probably,
hunt him down.
probably, yeah, and you 3 of you will hunt him
Mission
down.
the first.
Season 2 hunting lord.
I know where he lives.
You're never gonna find him.
And we have to like, oh,
Check all the trash cans.
we have to fight our inner beast when we come across an old friend.
I'm just hitting with rich.
Rain grenades on you guys.
And that's about the best ending that you guys are gonna get.
Oh,
That was an amazing ending. Are you?
He got what he wanted.
I got exactly what my character wanted. My story came full circle, and it was just nothing but good stuff.
My guy turned a little sadistic.
And then it has the last line after all the credits are done, and the after credit scene says, and they found out that the Inquisition was actually worse than their jobs. Who knew?
Hey, I was a garbage man, and now I'm a serial killer / doctor.
You're okay with it.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I guess
With
In
your
fact,
corruption,
I was helping in your interrogation.
with your corruption where it is, you'll probably only be serving them for like a year or two before they're like, you're done and executed.
I'm pretty corrupt. They haven't found my ear yet.
I think being an unsanctioned psyker is enough for them to pretty much keep close tabs on you. Like she basically just kind of throws you at the enemy,
I am pretty.
and as you just like perils of the warp everywhere, and that's how she,
Swinging a wrench.
yeah, just swinging around. demons appearing everywhere as you're just running through, and the last credit is like you're running forward at the enemy, and they're all like and demons are appearing around you, and then freeze frame with demons like and credit. the new C team,
So can you fill us in on the things we missed?
the G team. No, like you're like the Z team. When you have a problem, do not call these guys.
What do you mean? We stopped the ritual that I have no understanding of whatsoever.
we hindered it.
And that is the end of Blue Collar Heresy.
What happened?
Except for the bonus episode for the backers that get the bonus
So
episode.
can we get a?
Oh, you want to actually know all the things that you didn't find out? Well, I think you found out most of it. Basically, Workers' Union is actually a cell of the Collar of Sorrows cult.
Told you not to trust them.
I mean, I was.
They were-
infiltration through.
Helix Rosa was their leader, the guy that's running the hospital. And he had been infiltrating the government for the past 20 years to deal with the architecture. Like he basically infiltrated the city planning. He actually has some of this information he never told you. I'm going to call you out on that. And
Never came up.
you never get.
You never asked.
Basically, they were creating a geometric ritual. And what it means is they had to have buildings all in the right place, and that's why for the past 20 years there's been so much renovations going on in the city. Things that little details. I didn't expect you.
On the Hab train, yeah.
I didn't expect you to pick on that, so it's not like I put these details for you to pick up. It was more like just little Easter eggs to find out later on. And it was pretty much nearing completion, where they had to have the buildings in the right place. Your Hab block was one of the buildings, one of the many buildings. So everybody got linked by this psychic thing, which is why you kept coming back from the dead, because your souls were needed in the materium, not the immaterium, in order to be able to usher in. What was supposed to happen was a psyker is this ritual. The first part created psychers, so he was not a psyker before, and now is. And they're supposed to bring psychers that were created from the first part of the ritual to the grand junction. So there was certain, when you look at this weird shape of buildings, it's an unimaginable shape. So I don't even have to try to explain it to you. It's just all this unimaginably complex shape. But there's certain points where like lines would cross where they were really important points, and one of them was the hospital in that room, in the center of that room. And at the same time, all the psychers were supposed to be sacrificed in that circle, in that room. They were going to do it to Cantos' sister, who was a psyker created by it as well. But you guys you preemptively set it off. And that summoned in one of the demons that was supposed to come in.
That was
and
multiple demon hosts.
Yeah, and then his job was to try to go around, and he needed to make up for the fact that you summoned him early. He was supposed to kill each of you and drain your vitality like he did with his sister. And if you managed to do that, then that would rectify a bit of the problem that you did with the ritual. But you sedated him. And that's basically it. There's more details here and there.
Who was the tiny demon?
Was that?
Who was the tiny demon?
There was no tiny demon. He was just crazy.
William. He's just crazy?
Yeah.
We saw Lilium. I talked
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Oh,
Lilium.
Lilium.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
who's
girl.
that?
Who's the girl?
Oh, Lilium. That's a mystery. We're just going to leave that one for another
Well,
day.
I
perhaps.
actually just meant the tiny demon that triggered him in the.
I assumed
unlock.
it was Lilium. Like after we met her, I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that's gotta be
Like
her.
the knocking on the door and there was no one there. Kind
No,
of
that
thing.
was just him
That
going
was just
crazy.
him going literally insane.
Yep.
Who's,
Wow.
who's,
An actual tiny demon.
who's the plant guy in his apartment? Crazy
Oh, so this is a Nurgle cult. And so you...
Well,
not
you
Zeech.
can kind of tell. That wasn't a Zeech demon at the end?
No, that was Nurgle
Oh,
demon. He did
Nurgle.
Nurgle's Rot.
So
Nurgle's Rod's a flame?
the 2 times.
No, that's
that's
Dark Flame. That's just a
That's just the.
that's just a malefic power.
No, the 2 times that there was the one point when Matt was saying that the room got really dark and weird.
He was starting to
that was,
summon up
that
his
was me.
powers.
That was me doing a spell that basically makes demons more powerful.
Cursed Earth. He was
So
doing
that's
Cursed
why.
Earth.
That's
Yeah.
why I was basically.
He cast it a couple times, but then all of a sudden, like the spawn comes through, and he's like, "Oh, I'm out of here." So he's like, "Oh no, let's go."
How long have you known him?
Interesting.
It's just the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, last episode when you killed him, I talked to him between episodes and let him know of his objective. Gave him some bonus traits.
Yeah. So there was that.
He basically
and then-
became a quasi-demon host. The
I'm
demon
pretty
was
sure we became heroes of the entire empire.
basically
Yeah,
if the,
that's
if
what it
the
feels like.
Like somebody will eventually write a novel about the 3 surviving.
no, the Inquisitor is going to get all the glory.
No, that's how awesome these guys are.
Yeah.
They're gonna,
So-
they're gonna climb the ranks.
So you by accident
Not this guy.
set off the ritual early. That wasn't even my plan. My plan was that you were going to try to stop Cantos' sister from getting sacrificed, and if you failed, the ritual went off, and you guys just had to survive getting out of this creepy hospital
Joke's
full
on
of
you, we bodied
other zombies.
Why was he executed?
Because he said he wasn't with you.
Why'd you say you weren't with us, man?
Bunch of heretics.
Yeah, he's calling you heretics, and it turned out that you're the ones that actually saved the day.
Bunch of heroes.
Don't want to work for this radical inquisitor.
What
She
impact
sounds
did
like
you
a
have on
pretty
the
normal
story?
inquisitor. I like her.
What impact did I not have on the story? How did we find the zombies in the sewers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
I guess, yeah, he's got some impact.
Uh-huh.
Anything else?
Not off the top of my head.
So what we're going to do is we're going to finish this episode now. Obviously, this is the end of Blue Collar Heresy. There's going to be a bonus episode for backers only, the ones that, I can't remember the level that they had to back. I think it was the $50 level or higher. But you would know. If you backed and you got the bonus episode, we're going to be doing that. And that'll be coming out soon. If you're watching this as it comes out as a backer, then probably about a week or two, you'll see the bonus episode, which will feature these characters, right? It's going to feature these characters? Yeah.
So
Maybe
like
minus,
3 characters?
maybe minus 2.
We'll see. We'll see. Luke is actually going to be GMing it. So that should be fun. Festus is going to GM in character the whole time.
Oh, God.
Can already tell that's gonna start. And Quirk, you're dead.
Didn't do anything. Quirk, this is what you're going to be doing. 3 minutes in, yeah, you're dead.
You're
you
dead.
died of the plague.
Leave the room.
It's gonna be opening this. I'm dead.
You are dead. Role play.
You wrote it both ways. Okay, yeah.
Which way to flip it? Yes, we're going to be doing that. Also, we're going to record a bit of a post game as well. So we're just going to we're going to talk about this and how it all went. I know we've been doing it already, but we're going to do a bit more of that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for more role playing games. Once again, I'd like you to leave your comments below, favorite parts, and also what you'd like to see in the future for role playing game shows, because we're definitely going to be doing more of these. I already have a bit of a plan for the next one. It will be Dark Heresy as well, but I'm not sure. By this point, you may have even heard plans of it by now. I'm not quite sure by the time this actually comes out. But thank you so much for backing all the IndieGoGo backers that allowed us to come out for free. You guys are awesome, and thank you to all our viewers as well. Happy role playing.